We are back from break, everybody. It's time for more of that AEL Elite Series formal here alongside Jake.
Dude,
been too long.
your name's Emperor. I don't know what you're talking
long.
about. Yeah, no, 2 weeks has been too long, but what a banger we have today, Formal. This will be fun as.
Yeah, I know. Like, we had to take a week off, I suppose, to prepare for some of the matches we're going to be getting today, because not only do we have playoff implications on the line, we have a team that's going to be guaranteeing to get their first win. We're going to see the showdown of what happens when our first and our second seeded team go at it. And then there's another game as well that we just kind of sprinkled in there that I'm sure is going to be fun. It's hard to sell that last game. That last game's a tough one.
I'm honestly most excited for USYD versus UTS, because both those teams, it's so sad watching them not get a win. At least one of them will, but it'll be sad for the other one, that's for sure.
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, for those two sides, this kind of is looking like their chance. Personally, I'm actually most excited for this first match as well that we're going to be seeing, because, you know, our 4th versus 5th place team, a chance to see one of them come out on top. But, of course, we wouldn't be having any of these matches without our lovely sponsors. So a big shout out and thank you to Predator Gaming, the gaming PC partner of this event, who provides high-end gaming-focused PC solutions in both laptop and desktop formats, powered by Intel. AOC Monitors, the gaming monitor partner, who provide the best in class when it comes to monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs. Indomie, the noodle partner, made with high-quality flour and select ingredients and spices. A plate of Indomie McGorring will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au. And, of course, Game on Cancer. Please scan that QR code, I should say, down below. They are the charity of choice for the AEL, who fund much-needed cancer research on projects. If you'd like to donate, please head to the AEL's Tiltify campaign page. Please go out there and do that. But, yeah, I mean, again, it's been a wonderful event thus far. We're back from the break. Now things are getting serious. 2 teams have qualified for the playoffs. I think there's a chance we could see the 3rd qualify as well if Western Australia gets their win. And then, of course, that 4th spot, RMIT, Griffith University. Jake, this first match is kind of going to determine who has that best shot to get seed number 4.
I mean, it's sick. And, yeah, whoever wins here, it won't even guarantee them top 4 because, you know, anything can happen in that final week, I think. But yeah, look, what a banger today. Yeah, every match is going to be absolutely awesome.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, look, I was kind of joking on before, but I even think, you know, that UON versus UWA can be fun as well. I was kind of like,
UWA don't disappoint. They're a fun team to watch.
They do. They like to go to Game 5. They like to extend the night. It feels like as long as possible. But yeah, RMIT versus Griffith, that first matchup going to be a banger. USYD versus UTS. You know, the top, like, I'm sorry, that's the bottom 2 teams.
The top 2.
They're the top 2 League of Legends teams, okay? I get that confused sometimes. League of Legends, they run away with it, but Rocket League, they've been struggling, I guess.
Wow. The uni's got to switch their priorities, man. Get this team trained up.
Yeah, exactly. Here are the standings, though, to get a better idea of what we were talking about. And, yeah, so many teams vying for those top 4. I mean, realistically, yeah, UOW has already secured it. There is a world where UWA can kind of like lose out and wind up missing out. They haven't secured that playoff spot yet. And then RMIT, Griffith, they're obviously still vying for it. But it does feel there is a bit of a gap, a very visible gap, Jake, between 6th and 5th.
Between 6th and 5th, yeah, you're right. No, we definitely have a top 5 at the moment, and that's spicy, man. I really like that because, yeah, one team's going to miss out of that top 4.
One team winds up disappointed, and there's a good chance it could be the loser of this match right here. RMIT versus Griffith. Griffith University, I feel like they've been the beneficiary almost of maybe an easier schedule at the start, whereas RMIT has had that opposite end. I mean, Kuma and Exodus, each fantastic players. They will be running with a sub today in Fong. However, you got to trust in Exodus and Kuma to still maybe put RMIT as the favorites in this matchup.
I mean, Max, we only have 2 weeks left, so I mean, I don't know if we can give RMIT too many excuses. I also think we've been sleeping on Griffith, honestly. They've got a really solid win rate for this deep in the tournament.
Yeah, that they do. That they do. Like, I can't deny their record, don't get me wrong. But I'm just, you know, you look through at who they've beaten. University of Newcastle, okay, well, they've got 1 win. They beat UOW. Well, no, sorry, they lost to UOW. They beat USYD and they beat UTS. Like the three teams at the bottom of the ladder are the three teams Griffith has beaten. So if they're going to get that top 4,
yeah, but then all they got to do is beat RMIT today, and then they've
well, that's just it.
Yeah,
they
exactly.
got to beat RMIT today because their other matchup next week is against Macquarie.
Oh.
And I don't like their chances against Macquarie, so this does kind of feel like must-win for Griffith right now.
Yeah, no, that's a tough one. And what's that? RMIT against UWA next week? That'll be a tough one for RMIT as well. So yeah, these two teams are certainly up in the air with the placement they have.
Exactly, it is going to be a tough one for both of them. I'm just double-checking that RMIT one yet. It is against Sorry, no, I think RMIT has UOW. They don't have so yeah, it's WA. Sorry, that last one. That's going to be a match. That could be a match for seeding as well. That's going to be. I just realized Wikipedia has like the full name of the team.
I know it's confusing.
University
yeah.
of Western Australia Esports Gyms Throwing.
What?
That's what it came up for. Who's Jim? Why is Jim throwing?
Hopefully they win today so we can ask him.
Yeah, I think that's a question that we need to sort of explore right now. They're the only team with a name like that. Everyone else is just like, you know, except for RMIT Black, I suppose, but like everyone else just has a name and then it's Jim's Throwing.
Yeah, I don't know how that one got through the application form.
Yeah, hopefully we will be getting started soon. Obviously, just waiting for everyone to jump in and connect, and then we will be underway in this matchup. I think I made my prediction known. I'm leaning towards RMIT to probably win this series out. What are you thinking, though? Are you in agreement, or are you expecting the upset?
I mean, yeah, like RMIT's like the easy kind of pick. I still feel like maybe we're sleeping on Griffith a bit. Again, it's impressive they've gotten here. They have the exact same record. But I will go with RMIT. They are the returning champs, and I think Griffith, I'd love to see them win. That would spice everything up. But you have to give the slight favorite to RMIT.
Well, I mean, Sleepy is on Griffith, so it does make sense to sleep on them a little bit. Not saying Sleepy's a bad player, just a name pun. In reality, though, I do feel like, yeah, extremely washed up for me is kind of like the hit-or-miss player on that side. Because I feel like ADOS has been consistent when they've been like doing well, and even when they're not doing well, it's been extremely washed up. Who either has like pop-off performances or kind of disappears in that third man role. So like my eyes are going to be on them, especially if they continue. You guys can't see it right now, but they have that like terrible cherry pie skin at the moment, so they're going to be a bit of an eyesore for that reason as well when we get going, and like it's going to be a lot of focus on them.
No, I definitely, when I think of Griffith, I think of ADOS. He's really the star player for these guys. So I think he's going to have to show up as well. I think, yeah, they're going to have to really play their best if they want to take it to RMIT here.
Yeah, soon we will be getting underway. It's getting to the stage where I'm ready to name and shame it. Kuma, hurry up. Get in here.
Whoa, what's Kuma doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's trolling.
This is an important match, too, especially, you know, when you look at the history of, like, RMIT's ups and downs, right? Kuma's kind of been the focal point of both of those, might I add. Super strong player, don't get us wrong, but never forget what happened week 2, I believe it was. So hopefully Kuma will be able to get back in, and we will be getting started shortly. Don't want to do any 2v3s or any other. I had an experience on Monday, Jake. You might appreciate this.
What happened?
So was doing some admin work for a different event, and I got to
you're
witness
a busy man.
A bronze level 1v3 high school match.
Wait, so everyone was bronze in the lobby?
Well, no. Okay, so I think it was 3 bronze players versus 1 gold player.
Did the gold player win?
No.
Wow.
No, it was
wow,
like 18 to 1.
What? I thought gold was better than that. Because, like, when you pick up Rocket League, you can, like, barely touch the ball. Like, were they, I really think, bronze players?
I think what has happened, and this could be a little bit of cope as well, because, you know, hanging out in the low elo depths as I do, I feel like the lower elo has risen. Like,
oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, I don't know. It was a strange one. Like, they were all from the same school, and, like, they were doing it because, like, people couldn't show up. Either way, that's neither here nor there. AEL's got its own high school event coming up. We'll talk more about that later tonight, but for now, thank you for waiting with us. Kuma has joined the lobby. We are getting geared up and good to go, but it should be a good match. I'm hoping for it. It's going to be a long night. It's going to be an exciting night. Long for the good reason, not because of boring games, but because of the game fives.
Long night ahead of us, Max. Oh no.
I'm tired. All right. I think you hit the nail on the head. Been busy. We're tired here, but now we should be good to go right quick. Melbourne versus Griffith. Queensland versus Victoria. The rivalry, you know, with New South Wales stuck in the middle. Getting geared up to go on this one. Again, a loss here for Griffith. Makes their work to get in the top 4 that much more difficult. The same can be said for RMIT. Players now are jumping onto the pitch. Best of 5. It will be RMIT in blue. Griffith will be in red, and we are underway.
Yeah, let's go. This will be a fun one. Certainly pressure on Griffith if they want to get that playoff spot. Macquarie next week is going to be a very tough ask for them, so here's their chance.
Macquarie, obviously, you know, one of the favorites of the entirety of this event, and we'll be seeing more of them later today as they go up against Wollongong in what is going to be, I hope, an insane match. Like, that one should be a super good one to watch as well, but for right now, it is Exodus finding the first goal. Double commit on defense, opens it up, and it's RMIT already striking first.
Yeah, too quick. No one was even close to this on the Griffith side. Exodus just getting a freebie there.
It was fast, it was efficient, and, you know, it was kind of straight off the kickoff as well, just because, you know, the constant pressure right there. I was watching Kuma make a couple tight cuts, and Griffith, they're going to have to get used to how forward playing RMIT is going to be defensively if they're going to hold on. I do know Griffith is the team that like to have space in the pass. ADOS has been, you know, one of those more mechy players here who's done great things when allowed to cook, but I don't know if RMIT is going to be given those chances.
Yeah, well, they've started off very aggressive. They're actually looking awesome, and you can see Griffith have not been prepared for this. They're getting ceiling touches, they're pushing forward, but that can be hard to maintain. You can see they kind of dropped the ball a bit here and with their pressure, and now they're the ones on defense.
Yeah, that they are. Here comes Washed Up, pass down. Ados is going to have to go to the side instead as we cross it up once more. This is looking good for Griffith, although I'm not sure Washed Up really wanted to make that touch. Both the other defenders from Griffith were rotating to the opposite side and kind of worked against their own team. A little bit awkward. Still, a lot of time left in this game, and then some unforced errors means Sleepy has a chance. Finds Washed Up. No! Oh. Misses the pass in the open net.
Oh, no. Did he just have no boost? That just looks so free.
I was calling it a goal, Jake. I was saying it was in.
Yeah, no, that was in. I don't know what Extremely Washed Up did there, but that's not a great start to this game. Whoa, almost counted right back.
Yeah, Kuma normally hits those, so that was spooky right there. Either way, it kind of goes back to the point I was trying to make at the start. Washed Up has like 2 different modes right now, which is, you know, either like insane or invisible, and unfortunately that pass was an invisible moment, as was that challenge. They're still cheated forward, but they're rotating back, leaving for Ados instead. That's all well and good. Tie ball game.
I'm telling you, man, think of Griffith, you think of Ados, he just gets these solo plays so consistently, and it's an important one, equalizing this first game.
Yeah, it is a big one. Tie ball game, and with that, Griffith right back in the hunt. Sleepy straight down the middle, kickoff goal, and all of a sudden it's Griffith with the lead.
Yeah, out of nowhere, and now RMIT might have to get a bit worried. It's a great kickoff, very clinical, and no one home from RMIT.
Yeah, a little bit surprised actually that one was allowed to kind of sneak its way through. Awkward from the RMIT side, still potential for Griffith to start bouncing back and running away with this, although Kuma is the one who wins the midfield challenge. Exodus follows it up. Extremely Washed Up playing extremely far back, but no one from RMIT wanted to step forward, and that's where maybe the lack of experience from the substitute member, Fong, would have been the player you'd expect to go up and challenge right there, but instead Fong kind of hesitated, staying back. The tempo of the game kind of catching Fong off balance somehow, though that shot doesn't go in.
Oh, Sleepy can't get around it either. RMIT fortunate to get off the hook in that.
Very, very lucky still, though. Have to find that goal, and this could be it here. Fong going for the backboard. Sleepy doesn't have to disrupt on the backboard. Underneath, Exodus waiting for it. Has some space to work. Is going to go for the reset. Nice challenge from Washed Up, though, to push the ball back to the safety of the middle of the field.
Yeah, no, RMIT are looking dangerous, but at the same time, they're not really scoring. It's actually Griffith that are getting the big chances here.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even really reflected in the shot count either. Yeah, RMIT has been on the attacking half, but it's been mostly, you know, just above the midfield line or kind of jammed up in the corner. Only one more shot on target coming from, actually, sorry, one less shot on target coming from the RMIT side. Griffith has been the more frequent shooters, and I guess that counts as another shot.
And that's 2 breakaway goals that Griffith have barely not scored. RMIT, honestly, their defense is looking a bit shaky.
I mean, both of those breakaway goals, by the way, the same player who was pushing forward. We don't need to name names, but I'm noticing a pattern. Small pattern. But yeah, you're right. I mean, RMIT, they're down, but they're not out. Kuma with a chance right here. Can't get the flick. 1 minute to go. Fong waiting outside the box. Takes a swing, but can't get contact.
Dude, I'm telling you, Griffith are good, man. They're solid. They're not overly flashy, but you can see RMIT have looked like the faster, more threatening team here, but at the end of the day, Griffith are leading.
And considering how must-win this is for that Griffith side, they just need to hold on for another 30 seconds. Exodus double touch, sets up Kuma, top pin and in, and it's a tie ball game.
And there's that individual quality shining. Exodus, beautiful double touch from him. Barely does not get it in, but Kuma so quick to score that.
We are tied 2 apiece, 30 seconds, silver goal. I want to call it a golden goal because the next one is going to win this. I refuse to accept 2 goals in 30 seconds in our first game. That's too much excitement to start us off, Jake. We can't have that.
We got a long day ahead, Max, so I mean, we got to ease into it, but looks like we might be going to an overtime here. Unless Exodus can get a nice offensive play. It's a great pass. No one's middle though.
I'm fully expecting there to be 20
Oh, what a pass.
I'm feeling
Sleepy!
it, Sleepy!
What a play.
That was a big-time moment right there. Eidos again with the perfect placement. Sleepy full commit before the pass is even thrown. You love to see it from Griffith in those situations because if that gets turned around, it's a disaster. Instead, 6 seconds to play defense.
Yeah, the perfect 3-man pass play. It's a good kickoff as well. Eidos gets it through. He's going to push it forward. Exodus gets a nice touch. Kuma, very threatening actually.
Oh, no
Everyone's
way.
up. Extremely washed up. Could have left it. They're going to keep the ball up, but it's too awkward. It drops, and Griffith take game 1.
It got close. Those 6 seconds definitely pushed Griffith to the edge at the end there, but nah. Too good on the attack. Griffith University walk away with a game 1 victory. We had, you know, I think it was like 5 shots to 5 with about a minute left, and then you can see the final 8 to 7. Like, both teams really brought up the tempo for that final minute of play. I feel like that's a trend that we could be seeing continuing right now, especially if RMIT starts to get frustrated and they dropped, you know, game number 1.
Now, we've seen frustration from RMIT in the past, and what I just saw in that lobby formal was no GG from any member.
Ooh.
Griffith hit him with the triple GG, and we didn't get a single return. I might be a little bit worried about RMIT's mentality into game 2.
It's just focus. Focus for the next game. Actually, that is a question. Like, what is, like, are you supposed to GG after every individual game, or do you just, you know, wait till the end of the series? Because I always thought you would wait till the end of the series before, you know, dropping, you know, the GGs.
I think either's fair, but if one team's GGing, I think it's just toxic.
You gotta respond it.
Yeah, you gotta respond, man. So I'm a bit worried for RMIT.
I've still been on that StarCraft train where you type GG when you've lost. Like, the GG is just like, I concede. Like, that's what it means.
Yeah.
Which is completely different, obviously, in Rocket League because, well, I don't think we'll see any team concede ever again in the middle of a series. Funny that this comes up with RMIT on the pitch. Either way, here we go. As they're hunting for another goal right now. Griffith University leading the charge. Eidos can't get it past Kuma, but Sleepy will still have a chance again. Can't get it above the defender. Good 50-50s for the blue side.
Yes, Sirix used to be like the prime guy for that. He'd call GG and leave a series early like all the time. So, yeah. We don't see that too much anymore in Rocket League. People don't quit as much.
That's good, though. I appreciate that. I do think that is the correct way to go in any competitive event. Finish your match, finish out strong, pinch attempt, waterfall down, washed up. Ooh, didn't I get there? It looked like Exodus may have had a light tap on it. Either way, enough for the defense to try to create that space, although unfortunately Fong didn't really get that impact across the middle of the pitch they were looking for. It gave time for Griffith to rotate back.
Yeah, and let's see if I really want to see if RMIT can get a bit more solid this game, because they looked like they had the better ups last game. They looked way faster. They had some great mechanical plays, but then they just didn't seem to have that solidness, especially in defense, to get them through the game. So I want to see them, yeah, really focus on their defense, focus on just some boring, simple pressure Rocket League.
Spent the entire first 15 minutes of the stream talking about how exciting it's going to be, and now you want boring Rocket League? Well, I just want shots to go on target, Jake. Maybe I'm more of a simple person than that. That was awkward from the Griffith side.
That was extremely washed up, missing another essentially open net. He is struggling today in offense, but he's pulling his weight in defense, so we'll see. There's still a lot left in the tank if he can get a bit more warmed up.
I think he was just inspired by this weekend's RLCS.
Did he play?
That was Exodus reset goal. You can't let Exodus go unchallenged like this. I mean, okay, the 50 at the start, fair, but Sleepy trying to play a little too passively just gets beat.
Dude, that was amazing by Exodus. That was sick. And I'm telling you, look at this mentality from Griffith. Sleepy hits him with the nice one. He's not salty. He's like, damn, that's a nice play. But again, no response. I'm not for this. I don't like it.
I need to do some research, actually. A little bit on this. Or was that Bond? The first intervarsity match I cast. It was UQ versus one of those Gold Coast universities. I thought it might be Griffith, but now I think about it, I think it was Bond University. So this story involves two teams that aren't even playing right now. We'll come back to it at another time. Here we go. It's where I met Leduc for the first time. There we go. That's relevant. Either way, 2 minutes on the clock.
Was he wearing his hat?
I think so.
Nice.
It was, all I was going to say was there was a very generous prize for this 1v1 show match. And one team had Leduc, and the other team, I think, were champs.
Oh, easy for Leduc. Oh, it actually does go in. Fung gets the top corner. It looked like posting out, but fortunately it goes in for him.
Oh my goodness, what a dunk from Fong. And here I was questioning if Fong would be able to keep up today. That's got to fill the confidence meter right to maximum. And 2-goal lead, still just over 100 seconds remaining here in game number 2. RMIT, they are doing a fantastic job into responding to game number 1. Sleepy doesn't get the strike.
Now, Fong's actually looking super confident in this series, and yeah, pays off there. Great dunk from him. Important goal for this game too, although, I'm telling you, RMIT need to chill out with their defense, man. They're letting so many counterattack opportunities.
That they are, but it also has been just enough to keep Griffith away. Washed up, still wins the midfield battle. Kuma has to try to slow it down in the corner. Ado's already there, double commit.
No one
it's
home.
So open, but nobody from the GU side wanted to go for it. Washed up had rotated all the way back to right in front of net. You know my opinion on that rotation, Jake. It just wasn't the right one on this instance.
No, they can't afford to let that one go through. They're 2 goals down, there's only a minute left. You can't be that defensive, especially with that kind of setup. The offense is on, but they need a goal. They need it now. Ados is getting demos, but extremely washed up's in the back corner, getting faked. Everything's falling apart for Griffith right now.
It is turning into a disaster as we watch Fong not quite be able to get there. Washed up, tries to pass across the center. Ados has to wait. 30 seconds remaining, and eventually we do get that clear pass in the middle of the pitch, but with under half a minute, unless the next touch is a goal, it's going to be a tied series.
Almost an own goal. Exodus luckily a net there. Still so many chances. Fong left all alone. That's an awkward read. He doesn't get it. Kuma's there to save the day though. 2 goals up. It's looking good, but Griffith certainly looking threatening in game 2.
Yeah, Griffith looks a lot better on that attacking side. That is for certain. they had their moments. And I feel like defensively, the first defensive touches from RMIT, they've been shaky at times. And I feel like had Griffith even done some slightly tighter cuts, particularly in those final 30 seconds, they may have found another shooting opportunity or two. But we also got to see RMIT's offensive mechanics, both Exodus and Fong with fantastic mechanical goals to give them the 2-0 victory. And that is an edge that is going to favor RMIT throughout.
Yeah, no, you can see RMIT is certainly the faster, more mechanical team. Griffith missed a lot of opportunities that game because, yeah, RMIT are also definitely the weaker team defensively at the moment, especially with their third man not looking super solid. If Griffith can get that clinical counterattack, they'll get a lot of chances.
Yeah, and maybe they'll get warmed up into it by the time it comes into Game 3 because they would have seen those chances and they'll learn to recognize them again like in the future. So tied series right now. We're not ending it on Game 3, but to get match point, and again, to reemphasize the importance of this series, more likely than not, this is determining that number 4 seed. Now, there are chances where, you know, the loser can still find their way in, the winner can still find themselves knocked out, tiebreakers get wacky and wild, but considering their opponents in the next round, this is must-win for both of these sides, so here we go. Game number 3 in this best of 5, a chance to advance to match point. RMIT just got the shutout. How long can they keep Griffith from scoring that breakaway goal?
I'm telling you, they barely got that shutout, Max. Griffith was still looking good, but the offense, like you were saying, those 2 goals were incredibly impressive from the RMIT side, so if they can keep that offense up, they'll be looking good.
If they can, it will be fantastic, and I mean, they're already setting themselves up at the middle of the pitch. Getting Exodus to burn the boost, swing and a miss, but no, AEL, wait, posting in, no, because washed up, this is the next touch, and that had to be good.
I'm telling you, Griffith are just struggling finishing these chances. They're getting so many, and AEL's normally the one you always expect to score that goes wide.
I wonder if they just weren't expecting Exodus to miss that touch. Either way, AEL's had another chance, spiked it into Kuma, washed up, loses the challenge, and now it's Kuma with the breakaway, opposite direction. Going to try to play backboard. Exodus drops it down. Sleepy misses, but there's no one to collect the waterfall.
Tell you what, I thought Washed Up was own goaling that. That looked tough, but Griffith survived that onslaught. That's a great pop, but no one's there. Extremely Washed Up's way too far back. Griffith is still missing opportunities.
That they are, but they're still creating them at that same token. 3 shots in the first minute compared to none from RMIT. Has to be feeling good on the Griffith side. It just feels like a matter of time. You'd have to hope and believe. That's a big whiff. That's an open net, and guess what? It goes in. Fong makes it 1-0.
Oh, so unnecessary as well. 0-0, so much time, and extremely washed up. I've been there, you know, I think we all have. You feel pressure to follow your teammates' pass, but too risky, man, too risky.
Especially considering all the near misses that they had as well. Like, you could feel maybe a bit of impatience coming in right there to try to force the shot.
For sure.
And it just winds up against him. Now, Kuma down to Exodus, fake. Got past Sleepy, but not past Ado. Still will lead to a backward setup. Fong is there. Another swing and a miss from Washed Up. Everyone's bumping everyone. Kuma can't even collect it. Second touch pushes the ball to Washed Up, who finally gets some control on the ball.
Yeah, let's see how this offense goes. It's a great play from Sleepy. RMIT, they're still looking shaky. Not able to get a shot on target just yet, Griffith, but the pressure continues.
Trying to find bumps as well, not quite going to get it. Swing and a miss from Ado. Sleepy does not. Fong, though, there to collect. That's Kuma already pushing up the pitch. Washed Up again, alone on defense. Does make the touch. Demo's on the opposite end of the field. Ball winds up in no man's land. And the tempo and the spacing is getting faster and faster. And what is this? That was dangerous. Washed Up bites, and now it comes back the other way.
I'm telling you, RMIT are playing with fire here. So many gaps in their defense, but Griffiths just, they don't seem to have the mechanics or the killer instinct to get these goals.
I feel like ADOS has, but that's only one member, and he can't be setting up the shots and taking them all of the time. Needs to be seeing a little bit more, but again, that's a big demo. Still no one there to finish the goal.
Yeah, and Kuma controlling this, although out of boost, gets absolutely dunked by ADOS. But look, Fong, he's the sub, but he doesn't look it. Just freestyling up in the air. Starting to mellow out in the midfield, although not the touch you're looking for from Kuma. Extremely Washed Up, finally gets a goal. Let's go.
There was the commit we needed to see. It's been a hot minute since Griffith scored, but that pinch was absolutely wild. And I don't know how Washed Up knew it was going to wind up in front of the net right there, but fortunate play for the Griffith side. They committed when they had to, was waiting for that, and now we're tied with 2 minutes left.
That was actually like the hardest opportunity Extremely Washed Up has had. He almost gets a second. Exodus barely back in time, but Griffith, look at them now. That looks in as well. Fong dodges the demo, but they're under a lot of pressure here.
That they are, and I have been noticing, you know, the first forward member of the Griffith side trying to follow up, looking for bumps, looking for demos, looking to keep the defense off balance. Kind of thought from AEST right there. Like, they are trying to be as disruptive as possible against this RMIT side, which I feel like you have to be, considering how mechanical they are. If RMIT gets comfortable, they're going to be threatening immediately. Case in point, let's watch Kuma on this one. Nearly dribbled it straight through and in.
Well, they're also playing to their own mechanics, right? This is what we were talking about. They're not the most like individually impressive team. These guys just win off solid team play. As I say that, they bump each other.
Yeah, bump off each other, missing passes. Look, they look very good at times. They've had their moments as well, but I think both these teams had, as we watch Kuma fake the entirety of the pitch by missing that one. Oh, you couldn't see my air quotes. Either way, Washed Up does get a pinch off an attacker. That's going all the way back. Kuma in their own corner. 48 seconds left. We're getting close to an overtime once again.
Yeah, it's over the third man again. Griffith struggling to keep their pressure though. They're back in their half, but there's just so much space in this midfield. Exodus gets the bump. Extremely Washed Up's middle, but not positioned to get a shot on.
See what we can find in the final 30 seconds. There's a chance for both these teams. Exodus up to Kuma, back to Exodus, who finds Fong. The passing plays favoring RMIT all of a sudden, but they can't make it work. Washed Up doesn't get it past Fong, though. Exodus with a chance. He got underneath. Now Exodus again with a chance. This time it's AEST who finds it, and somehow the defense continues to hold.
Yeah, somehow they keep out that Exodus shot. Griffith's actually going to get the final chance here. It's loved from Extremely Washed Up. He gets the follow-up. He gets the goal. What a play from him.
How many pass attempts did it take for Washed Up before they passed to themselves to get the goal? Fantastic stuff. Washed Up is here, and with 3 seconds left, Griffith, they could be going to match point.
That was the most epic soft touch I think I've ever seen. He fakes both of them, gets the winner. What a redemption arc for Extremely Washed Up. Brings his team to match point single-handedly.
I still stand by what I was saying before, though. We're getting 20 games today, Jake.
You're getting 20? Easy.
Yeah. As great as it is that Griffith just got to match point, I still saw a lot there that tells me RMIT can bring it back. I need 10 shots to 2, though. That's insane.
Wow. Yeah. No, Griffith looked great that game. Again, like, RMIT, they look so good, and I think individually they are, but as a team, they're just not on the same level.
But we kind of started to see it at the end right there. Like, we saw they had passing plays. It didn't result in a goal, but I also feel like that pass play we saw from them was the first time we've seen passing plays from them this entire series. So much of it has just been like Exodus or Kuma trying to go solo, and occasionally Fong playing cleanup, or the goal that game, Fong, you know, with the counterattack. It's strange. You would expect a team as experienced as RMIT is to be working a bit more with each other, but you also have to remember, this Griffith team, they've had hardly any subs this entire event. It feels like we get a different RMIT lineup each and every time. I think Griffith is just more comfortable playing with each other.
Yeah, because they're very consistent. It feels like we get these 3 exact players every single week.
Yeah. So, and that's not been the case for RMIT.
Yeah, no, that has absolutely not been. So, you're right. Again, the teamwork shines through. Kuma almost gets a chance. Fong again looking confident. Kuma, mechanically they look so dangerous, but this Griffith defense is holding up.
I mean, yeah, they're just putting their cars in the right place to force these angles to be a bit too difficult, and then when the shot is there, there's still a defender, although Kuma double touch just plays AEST like a fiddle. 1-0 lead.
Yeah, too many chances back-to-back. RMIT back to playing super quick. Kuma deciding to freestyle that last goal. Probably far easier if he just shot it, but it doesn't matter. That's an important first goal for the team that needs this win.
I mean, after being held to only 2 shots last game to find that goal, 36 seconds in, it's going to feel nice. RMIT now have an entire game to hold that lead, and, well, if they add to it, it would help. Last time they scored the opening goal, they won it 2-0 back in game number 2.
Now, that opening goal is so important for these teams. Just look how confident Kuma almost scoring a beautiful goal there, but not quite now. This overcommit that haunts them! AGONbyAOC, so clinical, man, ties it back up.
And this is the weird thing. I mean, that touch was a bit yikes right there from Exodus. I'm not gonna. That was kind of what cost him the goal. But something I've been finding odd about the RMIT team is like they like to go for the solo play, but they also don't like to keep defenders back, right? It's like everyone pushes forward to try and collect off of an awkward challenge, and it still is leaving the back of the pitch kind of exposed, which Griffith has been able to capitalize on now multiple times.
Yeah, no, Griffith. Yeah, this defense is just so many holes in it at the moment, and we even talked about Griffith missing their chances earlier, so they're looking a lot more warmed up now. We saw how clinical AGONbyAOC was there. Sleepy's looking dangerous with these passes middle. They haven't scored yet, but they're certainly making RMIT nervous.
As we see Kuma with the chance, ball off the backboard, Sleepy swings and misses. Exodus, though, can only go backwards with the play, and now washed up there to jump all over it. Although they do lose control in the bottom corner.
They keep looking dangerous here. Exodus barely gets that clear. Fong messing around. AGONbyAOC is going to cut him from the side. Almost gets an open net. RMIT are playing with fire here.
Yeah, that they are. This defense just under the pump. Demo's coming through as well. Again, this is what Griffith likes to do. They control it so well at times. They try to make your defense uncomfortable. Sleepy nearly got the dunk on Fong. Two defenders still back, washed up. Now it's going to go for the double. Drops it down to Sleepy. No, they don't connect. Sleepy was not expecting the second touch, and now it's AEDOS versus Exodus. Reset goes awry.
And AEDOS just defends that perfectly. He just patiently lets Exodus miss to the corner, and now he's actually going to get a counterattack chance. Passes a middle. No one's there, though.
What's there on this instance, and that's a bit unfortunate. Still half a game to go. 1 goal lead for the Griffith side. AEDOS push it to the corner. Fong now tries to follow up, has Kuma behind, but instead just dropped it in an awkward spot. AEDOS missed, though, and that's going to lead a chance. Exodus can't beat Sleepy.
Yeah, but they're looking dangerous. They're getting this pressure back, although Fong misreads the play. Exodus and Kuma get on top of each other, but luckily no one from Griffith was there to punish.
Not on this instance, still might find that chance. Exodus has AEDOS waiting off the backboard, pass down Kuma. Oh, too far forward.
Yeah, and now Sleepy's going to get a free clear there. It's a big hit. Fong doesn't get a clean clear. Sleepy follows it. RMIT keeping it out.
Keeping it out for now. Sleepy again trying to keep those playoff hopes alive. That's a good touch from Fong, though, over the top and in. 2-1 lead for RMIT.
Clutch from Fong, another impressive goal. Beats 2 in impressive style, man. What a play from him.
Yeah, and that is a key moment again. RMIT, a win here will do them so many favors in terms of positioning themselves for the playoffs. They kind of need it. They don't want to have it come down to them versus UWA. Griffith, they need this win. It's highly unlikely they win next week if they want that top 4. Their best chances to win this series. However, Fong is going to bring it back the other way. A chance to go to Game 5, doesn't get the second touch. In fact, pushes it backwards instead. Exodus collects, but everyone's kind of all out of sorts. Double commits by the defense on Griffith. Extremely washed up, doesn't get the pass. AEDOS just misses. It's chaos on the pitch, Jake, and an open net. Back for Fong. No! Wait, yes! What?
Wait, yes. Yeah, Fong follows through, almost gets the open net, smushes it between everyone. Great 50 from him, an absolute super sub performance here in Game 4.
If Washed Up doesn't touch that ball, I don't think it goes in.
Yeah, no, Fong was playing for the dunk, I think, and I mean, great play from him.
Yeah, that was awkward, but it works out, and well, a 2-goal differential with under a minute to go. You gotta believe that RMIT may have done enough to go to Champions Field, and if we weren't sure before, now we are. Champions Field inbound.
Extremely washed up, looking extremely silly here, just slowly reversing as the ball goes into his net. And you said it, Max. It's gonna be a it's gonna be a day of Game 5s. I mean, so many games today are gonna be exciting, and this first one has not disappointed.
No, it has not, and I'm excited to go to Champions Field, although kickoff goal essentially going Griffith's way. Maybe there is a chance.
Griffith have had great kickoff goals, and we've seen RMIT struggling with this like overcommitting. I mean, teams kind of overcommit anyway on kickoff, so the holes are there. Griffith is scoring them, but 2 goals, 39 seconds. Possible, but difficult.
Possible but difficult, I think, is a great way to put this entire series for both these teams at times, actually. It's been a difficult series each side, as Exodus now has to be careful AEST doesn't get the dunk.
Risky from Exodus there, going that way. AEST was looking for that dunk. Sleepy gets the demo, maybe not what he's looking for. Extremely washed up, dunks it to his other side. 15 seconds left. Time running out here for Griffith, and more likely we're going to Champions Field.
Yeah, I think I'm ready to call it, unless AEST could get that off Fong. They cannot, so we are going to a Game 5, Champions Field. 2 very different style teams right now. Each of them have had their own successes, I suppose, in their own right, but I don't know. It's tough to say whose style I kind of liked a bit more. I'm leaning, again, towards Griffith, but I don't know if that's just because I want that upset. I kind of want to believe in the chaos in that regards, but you cannot deny RMIT, like, they have been the faster team for a majority of this series.
Yeah, Max, I think it's an easy answer. Like, Griffith have the better style. RMIT are the better players. You can see it, and I am so impressed with the teamwork from Griffith. This is honestly probably one of the best examples I've ever seen of like teamwork winning a series, or well, hopefully for Griffith winning a series, because they're looking really rock solid. They're rotating well. They're passing to each other, using each other well. And RMIT mechanically look awesome, scoring montage goals, but the holes in defense are really biting them.
I find it interesting too, because I'm like taking a step back and looking at the whole ladder, and we're really seeing like, you know, those 2 different style teams have been like kind of prominent throughout, because you take a look at squads like, you know, Macquarie, and that's very much an individual team. They're currently undefeated, but then I could argue that Wollongong and UWA are more of those team-oriented ones. RMIT, more individual. Griffith team. Like, we've had a mix of both throughout, like, the entirety of the top 6, as AEST takes a swing but can't quite find the shot.
Yeah, no, there's definitely nothing wrong with the individual style. Oh, Sleepy playing with fire here. But yeah, when the teamwork style works, it's just beautiful, honestly, to see these players truly working better together.
But I guess what I'm trying to go from that too, though, is like, again, playing into the notion of heroes and villains in Rocket League.
Oh, it's open.
The teams are always, the team playing teams always feel like the heroes, and the individual playing teams always feel like the villains. Like,
oh, of course, man. No, you want teamwork to prevail. Like, this is hype, man. But, I mean, RMIT, they're great players. We've seen how deadly they are. And Griffith, they just keep missing open nets, man. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I know. They've had so many chances, it feels like, to put this one away, but the shots have been letting him down. Washed up, very ambitious free jump. Very fortunate to find that, and now a chance to go countering again.
Oh, nice touch.
I mean, RMIT have not learned. They're still doing these tight rotations. They're still exposing themselves to the counterattack, but Griffith, they always get so close but can't finish.
Yeah, no, it's tragic to watch. It's going to be a nervy final. Game. This is looking great for RMIT, though. The pressure is building, but that passing we're talking about breaks in our defense. Ados gets the beat. Is someone there? No, not there, but another great opportunity.
Yeah, washed up, wanted it to go more corner, and it kind of wound up a bit more straight. They couldn't recover in time, and that's what we mean. They're going for the team plays. They're going for these moments. They just don't have the instinct sometimes to follow it through, and it's allowing RMIT to stay in at 0-0. This could be the goal. Kuma lets it ride, and Wash Up able to read it for the save.
Yeah, that was double edge there. Ados almost gets it. Kuma left entirely on his own. It's another overcommit by RMIT, but Kuma solid in defense, even looking dangerous himself, bringing it back the other way.
And back and forth we go both ways as Ados actually centers it. Oh, can't get it past Exodus. Wash Up even was putting the bump pressure on Kuma as well, but they weren't able to seal the deal. Halfway through this game, no goal yet. Sleepy just completely misses, as does Ados, as does Exodus. Sleepy now pass back to Washed Up, who will pop it up. Tries to follow it, slowing it down off the backboard. Here comes Ados. No, can't beat Exodus to the shot.
Exodus, very solid from him. Great defense, but this pressure's continuing. Sleepy trying to find Extremely Washed Up. It's not on target, though. It's to the corner.
Oh!
What?
How does that go over Fong? Fong just not ready to make the read, and Washed Up with the go-ahead goal.
Exodus! Exodus just completely misreads it. Thinks it's rolling up the wall. I mean, same with me. I was like, oh, extremely washed up, missed chance, hits it to the corner, but no, solo plays, and he may be the hero of Game 5 as well.
Under pressure, what can Kuma and Exodus do? Exodus has kind of risen to it each and every time RMIT has been put under the pump, and look, RMIT has a better chance to lose this game and still find their way in the playoffs, but it's still a tough ask for them. It is still putting themselves at that disadvantage. This is a series they would have expected to win, and now they find themselves down with 100 seconds left. Exodus slows it in the corner, Fong right behind. Will be trying to find the second touch, goes up high with it in the box, no one there to strike, washed up, pushes it to the middle of the field.
No, they have UWA next week. They don't want to be leaving it to chance there. That's a great touch
boy.
from Kuma. He
No
doesn't have to
way.
follow up. Exodus doesn't either. Griffith are holding on.
Extremely washed up is that player that just gets better and better with each passing game. Don't know what it is. Bumping
Sleepy.
ADOS doesn't matter. Sleepy won't find the shot. Fong steals it away, but then misses the follow-up touch. Washed up is there, and it's off the post and not in.
They can't hit open nets. What is going on? A minute left. That would have been such an important goal. Now it's going the other way. Extremely washed up, solid in defense as ever, but now RMIT are going to get a chance with this pressure.
Yeah, and again, RMIT, they need this goal. Exodus, caught by ADOS. Back through the corner we go. ADOS tries to stay with it. Kuma's there, popping it up once again. Will find a second shot. Washed up, avoids the demo, finds the save. Good job from the Griffith side. Still just over half a minute to go.
RMIT are going to start pushing players forward. It's going to be more and more difficult to defend against them. The clock is not on their side though. Only 30 seconds left. Griffith's still waiting to hold
Big
on.
clear.
And Sleepy, big, important
That's
clearance.
it.
Anyone home? No, Sleepy with the goal.
And again, it's this over-aggressiveness from RMIT. You can forgive them in the final 30 seconds, but it could be what cost them in the end. No one back. Sleepy puts it through. 2 goals in Griffith's favor. Jake, they could do it. They could grab this upset.
Yeah, they need a solid kickoff though. Extremely washed up, gets it. There's a miss as well. They're in defense. They're running out of time. 14 seconds left. RMIT need a miracle.
They need it, and they need it right now. Exodus trying to put the pressure on. Follow-up from Fong, not there. 5 seconds. The time is not going to work out. Griffith University take it in 5 over RMIT. They secure themselves top 4 for now with their best chance going forward to get into the playoffs.
All right. And I got to call him out. We talked about it earlier. We got GGs from Fong, the super sub. Kuma and Exodus, early exit. I'm telling you, man, that series was a true story of a team like working together, playing well, and 3 individual players who thought their mechanics alone could get it done, and it's not enough.
It was not enough, and I have to take a step back as well, though, and like look at the larger picture. Griffith now prime position to get that number 4 seed. They need to be able to capitalize on some of those open net misses. It was not a perfect series from Griffith by any stretch. The improvement still is there to be taken, but how they controlled the pace, how they controlled the tempo, particularly in games 4 and 5, even though they lost game 4, it still felt like, yeah, they were connecting as that team.
Yeah, awesome performance from Griffith, but you're right, there's still so much improvement from them if they can pick it up. Either way, we're going to go to a break and continue an awesome day later on.
Oh, yeah, we are. We are going to that break. When we come back, I believe it's going to be a team getting their first ever win, Jake. It's going to be the Battle of Sydney, UTS taking on USYD when we return. All right, one game in the books. It went the distance, and I feel like that's going to be a reoccurring theme. But nonetheless, we still have interviews to conduct and victors to speak to. Sleepy from Griffith University, big win against RMIT. How does it feel to get it done?
Hello. Yeah, look, good. They're kind of one of our probably closest competitions on the table. I mean, everyone's got a good team, so feels good. I mean, we've been playing a lot together this week, so entering a couple of tournaments and such. So just being able to get a win's been great. We've had a kind of a tough start to the season, but keen to see where it goes from here.
Yeah, it shows, man. You guys played great, and yeah, what have you guys been working on? Because it goes to show you guys have some of the best teamwork in the comp.
Yeah, I think we struggled early on. I think a lot of teams, or some of the teams, I think played together a bit, and we didn't get much scrim practice in before the start of the season. So I think playing together a lot more and learning each other's play styles a bit better has definitely helped. I noticed in the first couple of games we also tended to play quite passive into the other team we were playing at any given time. So I think just being on the offense a bit more and kind of creating our own space has kind of opened up another sort of game to us.
Yeah, obviously, I mean, it's a big win, too, because coming into today, RMIT tied with you guys kind of vying for that last spot to get into the Elite Finals. Did you feel there was, like, more significance and more importance to this round? And, like, did you practice extra hard to prepare for these guys?
We knew it was going to be hard. I mean, like I said, every team, it can go anyway or either way. Everyone's got a good team in this tournament. So I think that when it comes to RMIT, we knew we were close to them on the table, and it's coming down to that time where, you know, there's top four that are going to be kind of evident in the next couple of weeks. But I think this win definitely was made a bit more to us, because it kind of just shows we can compete with the top four teams, I suppose.
And how is the mentality throughout the series and going into that Game 5, especially because I don't know how you guys felt about it, but it just felt like you were missing open net after open net the whole series.
Yeah, we had a couple of open net looks there. We yeah, I mean, it's a bit of fun at the same time. We don't kind of take it, criticize each other too seriously when that happens. So we're all good mates. So I think, yeah, we kind of focused up for Game 5. We knew we had to if we wanted to win. So other than that, we had Cheeky in there, or washed up in the open net right in the center, as one would say.
Next week, obviously, you guys have one more game for the seasonal play. It's going to be against Macquarie. Still undefeated as of now. Could change later today, but top of the ladder nonetheless. How do you kind of feel about that matchup, and are you going to possibly be the first team to take them down?
I mean, it'd be great. They're a good team, man. I mean, like I said, all the games are going to be tough, so for everybody. So given that they're undefeated, I mean, it'd be nice, but we're just going to have to try our best and practice throughout the week and see what we can do, I guess.
Awesome. Well, either way, thank you for joining us for the interview. Looking forward to seeing you play again next week, and good luck on your run trying to get to that Elite Finals.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
Thank you. And that was Sleepy from Griffith University, hot off that win. I'm looking at the ladder right now, Jake, and I'm still feeling like they really want to avoid a three-way tiebreaker because their game differential could be what holds them back in the end.
No, this is what we're talking about. That was actually a must-win for them, and it's props to them for doing it. But yeah, doing it in Game 5 is also probably not what they needed. They're certainly going to be UWA's biggest fans next week to hopefully take out RMIT for them.
Yeah, that will be the case, and obviously UWA, they have a match against Newcastle later tonight, but now we got to look again to the bottom of the ladder. Two teams yet to find a series victory, UTS, University of Sydney. they've each had some tough goes on it, Jake. They've had tough schedules, tough matches, and they've been close a couple times. I mean, UTS, they have never been swept. They have won at least one game in every single one of their losses. In fact, they took 2 against Griffith, who we just saw beat RMIT. Are they finally due?
I hope so. I mean, but again, I hope USYD are finally due as well, because they've been impressive. But both these teams, it's been tragic they haven't been able to get a game, and it's fitting that, yeah, finally they get to play each other, so at least one of them is guaranteed a win.
Yeah, I mean, you know, USYD also kind of like in a tragic position, 2 Game 5 losses, both to the University of Newcastle and to University of Western Australia, UWA. Both of those Game 5 losses that could have gone in their favor. I mean, both these teams have been so close, but just haven't been able to cross that finish line, and it's why I'm thinking again, we're probably going to be seeing a Game 5 here again, Jake, and making a prediction between these two, it's tough, right? Like, it is.
It's super tough. Yeah, no, I don't know. Like, we even talked about last one where it was like, yeah, it was RMIT favored, but Griffith had the chance, and they showed exactly why. I think UTS, it's been impressive how they haven't been swept even by, like, some of the best teams. So I'll be backing UTS here, but I like USYD as well. I think they're pretty equal.
Yeah, the thing about, like, at the start of the season, I would have been pretty heavy, I think, on UTS, but every time I watch USYD play, Kabion and Kabilio have each, like, impressed me more and more, it feels like, every time they've been on that pitch. So it is tough, but on that UTS side, Not Owl has had so many big key moments. We'll see if they're able to find another one right now, as just need Magnet to jump onto the pitch. Again, naming and shaming the slow players. Here we go, though. Game number 1. It's going to be USYD taking on UTS. Both these teams, they've been mathematically eliminated from going to the Elite Finals. They'll still be in the Open Finals, but they also would like at least one series win in the Elite Series.
Oh, yeah, it's pride at this point. I mean, you don't want to be going 0-7 in this bracket, so, yeah, these guys want this win.
Yeah, that they do, and we'll see if they're going to be able to find it. 4:40 on the clock, so no kickoff goal this time around. As Kabilio will be the one to drive across. That is USYD in blue, by the way. UTS is in red. Sai doesn't quite get that shot that they wanted just yet. And, I mean, there's so many good names on both these sides. Again, it's a bit of a shocker that they just haven't been able to get like, that full victory.
I know, it's silly. Yeah, like 10 series wins, series losses between both these teams. Flicky's going to be the first one to open up the scoring here, though.
Yeah, it was a good pass out of the corner. Flicky just outpacing Biker Glass, had to post it in, but with all of those posts and outs we've been seeing, it's refreshing to actually see one go the striker's way for us.
I know, I didn't actually think that was it, eh? Because I mean,
yeah, same.
You're right, the post is not the striker's friend today, but yeah, great play from Flicky. Very quick from him as well, looking confident.
As the ball gets thrown down, Sai doesn't get that dunk. It was close, not quite there. Biker Glass now actually lets that one get behind as well. Not Owl all over it to punish. Flick up and in. UTS now up by 2.
Not Owl's so good, man. So consistent at these solo plays. Actually a 1v3. Fakes Kabilio and then gets him again. Just dirty.
And again, Not Owl's been such a surprise this season as well. Flicky and Magnet, I feel like, at the start of the season were the names I was looking at when it came to this UTS lineup, but Not Owl each and every time just showing off some of those individual skills. It hasn't been enough to take a series over completely yet, but already at the start of this one is looking promising for the red side.
Yeah, no, they're looking strong. 2-0 up, it's a great start. At the same time, though, USYD have had their chances. Can't quite score yet, though.
Couldn't quite put it through. Still hunting for it. Biker Glass doesn't really have the follow-up in front of the net. Kabilio decided to go back to the middle of the field, and you can see UTS more than eager to take it back in their favor. The demo might break up the offensive rotation. It forces Flicky forward. Too little, too late. Now Sai fakes the touch off of Biker Glass. They're set up. This has to be a goal. Double commit, and Not Owl still defends.
Risky. Flicky's a bit slow to get that pass, but it might still be quick enough. Not quite. USYD throwing everything at the defense. It didn't work then, but a simple shot from their own half will be enough to get their first goal.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that this one wound its way through, but like it was well read, and I think a good touch to capitalize on the fact that UTS is always trying to shorten the field. If you're able to just break that gap and put something towards the net, yeah, it will find its way through.
That was sick, man. What a goal from Sai. Just reading his touch perfectly, generating so much power, and getting a really crucial goal to keep them in it.
Yeah, Sai or Cicilio. I always struggle how to pronounce their name. I think that's why they've changed to Sai. Got sick of the mess-ups happening on broadcast. I think more from me than from you, but still really well done. And it's only one, though. Half a game to find the second. Sai is again the one looking for it. Flicky disrupts the double.
Man, Flicky's looking good today, man. He's looking confident in offense, defense, really holding his team together here.
I would argue everyone on UTS has been looking pretty strong at this stage. As Magnet gets the backboard touch. Had no real teammate to throw it to, so just try to get distance with it and hope for the follow-up. But the follow-up not really there. Here comes Sai. Actually loses out on that 50 to Flicky. Biker Glass still gets there first, and finally Magnet pushes it to safety.
Again, it feels like both these teams are playing at the same level of the match we just saw between 4 and 5. I mean, look at these goals from Not Our, super mechanical from him. It's still crazy neither of them have a series win.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, that's a sick double from Not Owl right in front of there. And, like, they've been close between the two of them, as mentioned before. 3 Game 5 losses. UTS side that has never been swept. They always take at least one game. USYD, I mean, they've been swept a couple times, but, like, the teams that they've gone to Game 5 against are, like, no slouches either. That UWA series, it was very close. Like, we were starting to believe that they were going to do it when they were at each other. And then you see triple commits, and you kind of go, oh, okay, there it is. Still, Sai nearly gets the dunk to punish.
Yeah, very close there. But now, actually, no one's in net. It's awkward. Everyone's scrambling back. It's a fortunate bounce, though. USYD need to get into the other half.
Yeah. It was last, like, you know, right before the break, too, when we saw that Game 5 against UWA. And I'm just, like, looking back at it now, it's just like, yeah, they had a 2-1 series lead in overtime, and it just fell apart on them. That's how close they were to taking that series. And it would have been such a different table had they been able to do it. Well, now they're going to get an open net here off the demo, 2-3. USYD are fighting back.
And it's off Sai again. What a play from him. Looking awesome with those walls. Just gets the goal first, gets the assist now. And another crucial goal to keep them in it.
Yeah, this is not sort of the sloppy chaos you would expect from two teams at the bottom of the ladder.
No, this looks controlled, man. Both these teams looking great.
Yeah, they are for now, and we'll see how long that can last. At the moment, UTS still that 1 goal up, under a minute to go. Not Owl leads the charge, but Sai's touch again from the own half, just spiking it, getting the pinch, and nearly putting it on target once more.
Yeah, gets it out though, but the pressure's continuing. This is where UTS want to be. What a double touch from Magnet.
Woo. Yeah, again, everyone on this UTS side is stepping up. 2 defenders there. Does not matter. Magnet finds the gap and puts it through.
Like, this is silly. This is actually silly. This is looking just as good, if not better, than the series we just watched. It's, yeah, it just this whole ladder, just like all 8 teams have been absolutely sacked this tournament.
It really has been like a super strong showing from all these teams, and it almost puts even more like credit to Macquarie and how dominant they've looked at times while undefeated. Flicky, well, had a free touch on this one. It does go through.
Yeah, it does go through. 5 goals, I mean, it's a lot of goals to open this game up. Both teams have plenty of work to do in their defense as the series progresses.
Yeah, that is one way to look at it, and I could agree with you on that one, but I don't know. Just haven't seen the whiffs, haven't seen like the awkward touches. It's just been pretty dominant offenses. I am with you, though. I would like to see the defenses step up and make the offenses look a little less balanced, less controlled. We'll see how it does play out. Magnet almost with the greatest own goal I've seen. It will finish, though, 5-2.
Yeah, UTS, dominant start from them. But again, USYD they're looking strong. 2 really nice goals from them. If they can sharpen up their defense, we'll certainly have a close series here.
Yeah, I think it's definitely not over yet. I mean, Sai, we saw just the power on that drive from the touch before, and the other goal from Biker Glass came from that offensive pressure. So the chances will be there, but I don't know, UTS, they've been a bit more, I think, faster to the ball would be what I want to go with. That is kind of what I'm leaning towards, but they also got away, I think, with some more of the mechanical plays, like the double touches off the backboard. I don't know. It feels like UTS has had that slight edge, and the score line didn't really reflect how close it was.
Yeah, no, these guys are really close. I feel like UTS have just been really clinical. I mean, the 5 goals they scored were just awesome goals. And, I mean, USYD got 2 of their own as well. That's an impressive offensive effort. Again, just really, my eyes are on the USYD defense here if they can clean it up. This was like the quickest, like, intermission between games I've seen in a while. Both teams just insta-readying up. And I think USYD is not going to play to their favor. They might have wanted to chat about what was going on.
Yeah, I mean, you see double commits like that, and I'd have to agree. I mean, I can understand it from UTS, right? You play your hot hand, feeling good. You don't want to slow up the momentum. Well, now it's sort of a 1v3. Not Owl. That was a good touch to get the 3 attackers a bit off balance. Sai may have saved the counterattack back, but yeah, USYD way over eager to play it forward, and Flicky will punish.
Flicky's clinical, man. Everyone in this lobby's been clinical, but particularly UTS. Look how quick Flicky is to punish the defensive mistake out of USYD. Like you're saying, too eager, too push forward, and the holes are there.
The holes were there. The holes are capitalized on, and UTS 6 goals to 2 currently. If we look at this series as a whole, they're averaging about a goal a minute, and I don't know. This is starting to look more and more like an actual dominant performance from the University of Technology Sydney.
Yeah, no, it feels like everything's coming together for these guys. I mean, they've always been impressive with the mechanics. I think it's their defense that's probably hurt them a bit as well, but at the moment, they're looking really solid rotationally.
Well, I don't think we've seen, like, Magnet and Flicky step up as much as they have yet, as they have in this series. It has largely been the Not Owl show when they've been able to stay competitive, but Flicky has been playing forward and not missing. Magnet, I mean, we saw that double touch before. They definitely have their own confidence despite kind of being more in that 3rd member role. It's all 3 members starting to step up right now, and without, you know, having to rely on Not Owl for anything, this team looks like so much more threatening overall.
Yeah, no, they're looking really strong, and more impressively is their defense. I mean, their defense is holding out strong. USYD are throwing solid pressure at them. You can see they're quick in the midfield, but they're holding their leads well.
They're holding on to it, and hopefully they can keep it going. As Magnet's going to look for Not Owl underneath. Double commit by the defense. Flicky back middle of the field. Actually throws it backwards. Size underneath, ready to punish. It's a tough angle. It's to Cabilio, and still it doesn't go through.
You can't afford to miss that if you're Sai. I mean, open net, it was a tough angle, but you got to score those if you want to win these series.
You got to score those. You've got to put them in. 2.5 minutes to go. Not Owl, middle of the field, caught by Sai underneath. Magnet actually is allowed to kind of give in some space. Good read from Cabilio. That nearly goes in, but then there's no one there to immediately punish. Sai again, too far forwards.
And USYD are the 3-0'd or 2-3 team, right? It's like, it's one or the other. So I think they might not be too upset with how things are going.
Yeah, no, I think they're feeling pretty confident right now, feeling good about themselves, and feeling like if we can hold on to this, go 2-0 up, good chance we'll get our first victory of the season. Magnet, oh, it's just in.
This is like a classic like champ goal, you know?
Yes.
Like he just knew that was going in. He didn't have to flip into it or anything, and it just slowly goes in. I mean, really great accuracy, but yeah, maybe the power could be improved for next one.
Yeah, champ goal from Diamond defense, I think is the best way to put what we saw right there, because I saw 3 people just throwing themselves into no man's land. And that's reminiscent of the type of games I play, so we'll see what happens here moving forward. It was awkward from USYD, to put it mildly. Not Owl doesn't get the spike down.
Yeah, and UTS are forcing these mistakes. Look, they're playing quick, but there's some chances now in the defense, but Not Owl recovering well, though that's a bit ambitious. Sai gets a nice touch. Biker Glass is going to shoot this on net.
Oh.
Flicky's back, though.
Yeah, it's now Cabilio! Oh, missed a touch. Magnet was off balance in the net. That could have been it. Still the pass play, still the control coming from USYD. It feels like it's a matter of time before they put it in, but eventually, running out of boost, they have to concede the attack.
Yeah, and they're running out of time as well. Only a minute left. They're still 2 goals down. And look, UTS connecting off the ceiling. Not Owl makes it 3.
3-0, and it is looking more and more dominant for this UTS side as they're able to cross that up and get that goal. USYD, they're in a lot of trouble right now. Under a minute to go. 3 goals required to tie UTS. Looks like they're going to run away with this one. And now we have to start thinking, what does USYD need to do, Jake, if they want to pull off a reverse sweep?
It's tough. They're honestly just looking outclassed here. I mean, the UTS offense is looking better. The defense is looking better. They're going to have to seriously step it up in every aspect to get this reverse sweep to happen.
We'll see what they can find. I mean, again, I've been really enjoying the play from Sai. I feel like when they actually find the challenges, Night Owl will make them look silly.
Yeah, Noodle is just having fun now. I mean, double flip reset from him. Making it look easy. Great play from him. They're looking confident going into game 3.
They are looking just super in control. And again, that is 8 goals to 2 right now in the series in favor of UTS. As Sai's going to kind of drop it right to Flicky. We're not done yet, maybe. Magnet still keeping the pressure on. No mercy, no quarter given. USYD. Yeah, it's going to be a tough comeback, I think, for this squad because I have never seen UTS this confident throughout this event so far.
Yeah, UTS look amazing, don't they? They certainly look like a top 4 team at the moment. Just playing great, and yeah, tough draw for USYD. The wrong week to come up against UTS, but UTS still have to close it.
See, but this is just it. I feel like UTS has had a few individual games where they've looked top 4, but they've never been able to put it together for a whole series, right? Like, they've never been able to show that consistency. This is the longest run, I feel like, where they have been at this level. And now it's kind of up to USYD to kind of break them out of it. I still can see the series flipping if USYD can take a game, but I haven't seen enough that has me to believe that USYD will flip it. So I kind of think UTS is probably going to be on that cusp and get that sweep.
Again, like USYD are looking good. They're looking solid. We say this every week about them, but they're looking outclassed at the moment. And yeah, it can be difficult to end a series. Maybe UTS will, get nervous. Their first win, insights. Maybe they'll get overconfident. Either way, USYD, if they see any weakness like that, are going to have to step up and convert those chances.
I mean, look, last time UTS won 2 games in a row, it was all the way back in week 2 against Griffith, and then they conceded the next 2. Game 4 in overtime, game 5, mental boom, 5-0 Griffith's favor. So that was the last time we saw UTS win 2 in a row.
Yeah, we'll have to see if UTS can finish this one out. Already, it's a great start from USYD. They had pretty much a goal that looked in, not quite. The pressure continues. Flicky gets beat. Cabelio stepping up, looking dangerous, trying to center the ball, but the defense is still so solid from UTS.
Yeah, UTS still holding on as much as they can, although that one's a little bit awkward. Biker Glass sets it up for Cabelio, doesn't get the spike down, instead pushes it back outside. Shot, no, it's not in. Biker Glass goes high as well, and no one is able to seal the deal. Magnet, though, misses the ball completely, so more chances are going to go in USYD's favor. From underneath, is anyone there? Biker Glass is, but it's an awkward, slow touch. They have to dribble it down to Cabelio. Magnet reads it and pushes it to the corner.
Absolute hero defense coming out of UTS. Everyone stepping up here and then instantly getting the counterattack. Tragic strikes for USYD. They're down 1-0.
Night Owl, again, just given too much space to work with. Granted, you got to give more of that credit, I think, to Magnet for the setup. Pass off the corridor after clearing it out on their own defensive end. Really well done from the UTS side. Their counterattacks have been what has been pushing them ahead more often than not in this series.
Yeah, no, they're looking good. Yeah, they've just been so clinical with all their chances, and look how confident they are, pushing players forward. Flicky gets it middle. No one's there now, but can't expect this offense to lay up anytime soon.
No, I don't think they will. Demo from Not Owl. Flicky now with possession. Actually gets bumped away. Magnet, follow up. Looks to read off the side corridor, and well, yeah, nothing there again. It's very patient defense from USYD, but they're not doing enough to break these offensive rotations. They've got to start sending players forward. And the moment they do, though, Magnet already puts the pressure back. This is so difficult, and now double commits, everyone missing. It might work in their favor if Cabelio can get underneath.
Yeah, Cabelio, he gets it to the other side nicely, but not Owl, just so calm in net. The pressure's continuing, but UTS are looking like a solid wall here.
Yeah, it is looking pretty consistent. Time ticking down, 2:45 to go. Cabilio off the backboard actually kind of gets denied underneath their side, and we got a tie game.
Yeah, we have a game on our hands now. The pressure that USYD have been piling on this game pays off. Cabilio tricky from the sidewall, and both Psy and Biker Glass, they weren't letting that chance slip.
No, they were not, and they needed it. It's been a while since game 1, since the last time we saw, a score actually go USYD's favor. Can they find that second, though? Can they actually get a series lead? Halfway through game 3, back against the wall, USYD. This is their best chance to win a game throughout, like the league play of this all. They kind of need to get it done. I'm just double checking who they have next week. And I believe it is, UOW. So that's going to be a tough matchup for USYD. That'd be a tough match for anybody. This is their best chance to win a series.
Oh no, the side flip. Flicky gets a freebie. What happened there?
Feels backflip, bro. Feels backflip. Cabilio just
Cabilio.
swing and a miss.
Oh no, not the time for it. Flicky hits him with the no as well. Salt in the wound, man. That's gotta hurt.
Ball kickoff, awkward, but it works in their favor. Biker Glass can't get it underneath the post.
No, and USYD, suddenly the pressure's on to score, but it's straight back to their half. The pressure, it got too much for UTS earlier, but they only have 2 minutes left. They need a goal.
They need a goal, and I think they're going to start sending players forward, but they have to do so in a way where they don't let this lead get out of hand for their opponents. It's a tough, delicate balance, and they haven't been able to find it yet this series. Cabilio actually has a little space to work with. Not Owl's going to try for the cuts, winds up missing. Flicky instead also misses from underneath. Not Owl's second go looks good, but a bump forces Magnet to play it forward. Touch straight for the net. Side puts it up high.
Yeah, clears it out. That's actually not the clear they were looking for. Everyone from UTS overcommitted, but it doesn't matter. Flicky getting some really nice touches there to get it to the other side.
Not Owl looking for Magnet, who actually lets it ride. Biker Glass swings and misses. Night Owl swings and misses. Side now, only one defender back. A chance, 1v1 against Flicky. Puts it straight into the goalkeeper.
Yeah, and they're keeping the ball out. I mean, they're looking strong on these counterattacks as well. They're looking for another one. Almost an open net. Sai gets it out. Flicky's alone. He's awkward. Not the best clear. Sai gets it on net, and he gets it in. We're equalized.
There you go, USYD. Way to fight back. Flicky, I mean, there was nowhere safe to go with it. Could have maybe gone more corner. Maybe, but it's so tough in that situation. Good heads-up play from Sai. Tie ball game. 47 seconds left again. It's USYD needing this goal to keep their hopes alive. Yet here comes Magnet. Has Not Owl and Flicky in the box. Flicky commits. Goes back to Magnet. It's a 3-2 lead.
Straight back the other side. USYD can't catch a break. Magnet, such a dangerous touch. Cabilio goes for the squishy save. Doesn't get it. Flicky finds Magnet perfectly and gets their lead back.
Yeah, that was, I'm sure the instructions right there was just stay still, stay still, stay still. I'm bouncing it off you. And now, Magnet's touch, hey, that was accurate. Sai able to rotate back. Any more power? This game's out of reach instead. 30 seconds to go. USYD, they're going to have a handful of chances left. In fact, it could be right here. Cabilio beats out Flicky, and we're tied once again.
They're not going to go down without a fight. They push players forward. Sai gets the perfect pass middle, and Cabilio is there to send it in.
And where was this USYD for the first 2 games, Jake? They've come alive with their back against the wall. And again, UTS struggling to play a complete series. This is what has happened to UTS so often, yet the job still isn't done. USYD needs this one last goal, regulation or overtime. Maybe right now, Cabilio shut down by Not Owl.
Yeah, the defense has fallen apart a bit for UTS. Nowhere near as solid. Their offense is still looking scary. That's a big pinch. Sai's going to get a touch.
Bump.
Puts it forward. Flicky's in net, though. Looks like they've started to solidify their defense again, and we have overtime.
Yeah, it was a bump on Cabilio that saved that goal right there. Cabilio was waiting underneath. Ooh. Huge bump from Not Owl. Flicky not quite there fast enough to capitalize, and now it could come back the other way. Biker Glass through the corner. Magnet's there. Awkward touch. Here comes Capilio. No, it goes wide.
Yeah, it goes wide. Magnet's going to get a chance now. The counterattack's on. Strong challenge from Psy, though. Sends it straight back to their half.
As everyone's now kind of rotating back. Demo onto Biker Glass. Well, good respawn, actually. Biker Glass right underneath that ball. Not Owl, though. Is going to try to play setup. Flicky commits. Magnet commit as well. Capilio, though, wasn't able to get that counter, so now another attempt for Magnet. Tries to pinch it off the roof. Actually gets 2 defenders to bite. But again, the double commit does work out. Going unpunished. We stay 0-0 for now. Capilio's there.
UTS looking dangerous, man. So many close chances. USYD's on the breakaway now. They've been looking good in offense too. Capilio, so creative in that corner. The shot's there. Black and Glass gets it past everyone. Psy gets the open net. USYD stay alive in the series.
Oh my goodness. I don't know what was crazier here. That save from Not Owl or Magnet stuck on the rear of the car, unable to flick themselves to make the save. USYD, it was a chaotic overtime goal, but it keeps them in the series. It keeps them alive, and we move on to game 4.
And USYD not going out without a fight, man. I mean, those first 2 games, like you were saying, certainly not their best performance, but they've woken up, they looked good, they looked fast, they looked confident, the defense was there as well. Big turnaround. It's going to be an exciting game 4.
15 shots taken by USYD. Like, they were finding that offensive pressure. They were finding their moments, and as we go to map 4, again, I was starting to doubt the 20-game prediction, Jake. It's coming back. It's coming back in full force. I'm sorry to believe again. We're getting 20 games today.
And you said UTS had a bit of a deteriorating mindset in one of their previous series, unable to close that one out. Maybe the demons from that series will start to bite at them here, especially if they can't get a strong lead early in game 4.
It was an overtime loss last time they were on match point as well to kick things off before they went goalless for the rest. So we'll see what happens. Granted, they've got an extra game cushion than what they did against Griffin, right? So they've got more to work with, but I am worried. I am worried. This UTS team, they sometimes just go invisible on you, and this would be a very unfortunate time to do it for UTS as Capilio off the backboard. Here comes Psy. Demo goal.
Capilio stepping up, almost gets the goal himself, then decides, you know what, that's not enough. Let's get the demo on helpless Magnet here, man. And Psy, I gotta say, Psy was my MVP for last game, and he's stepping up this one as well.
Psy has almost been my MVP for the series, despite the team, you know, struggling to really get into it right now. And Magnet has been the other one who's been super impressive, I feel like, on that UTS side. Different names stepping up today, but I welcome it as we are 1 minute in to game number 4. USYD on the cusp of going back to Champions Field.
Yeah, looking good. UTS, they're not going to go down without a fight though either. Their offense has looked so scary, and USYD haven't been able to shut them out.
Haven't been able to yet, but still plenty of time. Magnet across that middle of the pitch. Will be Capilio underneath, driving it forward. Psy ready for that read. Wants to go back to Biker Glass, but Flicky is already there to cut it off.
Yeah, Flicky looking good. USYD though, this is a new level of pressure. Look at them, they're not getting beat. Psy misses the ball though. He's been so impressive, but he drops it there.
Drops it and lets it fall back. Still time to kind of find something here. 3:18 to go. Capilio pops it up. Flicky waiting underneath. Not going to get that touch straight away. Eventually does get the offense a little bit off balance. Biker Glass looks a lot more comfortable in that third member role as opposed to at the start of the series where I think they were more aggressive. It does seem to be working out a bit better for that USYD side.
Yeah, no, USYD are looking way better now. Capilio as well. Stepped up, that's a big miss, but Biker Glass misses. It doesn't matter. Psy gets the goal, makes it 2.
Yeah, I mean, it was an awkward touch from Biker Glass. I think they were focused more on getting to the ball than the placement of it, but that's okay. Psy waiting underneath, there to clean up. 2-goal lead. Still over half the game to go, but yeah, the momentum continuing to roll in USYD's favor. And this is so eerily similar that what happened when it was UTS versus Griffin.
Man, I'm just so glad we have a tight series, because both these teams deserve it. It would have been so sad for USYD to go down 3-0 against their closest rivals. We have a series on our hands now. They still have to close this game out though. There's still a lot of time for UTS to make a comeback.
Yeah, it is a long 2.5 minutes for any team with a 2-goal lead, and that is it, considering that it is a fight for survival. Cabilio looking for the double. Not Owl will intercept it away. But I think a big story right now in this game 4, only 1 shot has been found by UTS thus far. It has been so controlled. Okay, well now 2 shots, but that was only because Sai straight up missed it.
Yeah, no, UTS have been looking really, like, crippled in their half, honestly. They just have not been able to get it out. You can see Not Owl just kind of air dribbling it to the side. It actually works. Not Owl has been finding chances for his team to break away from, the suffocating pressure that was on earlier in the game.
Yeah, it has been the case. Now Magnet tries to cross upside, though. Deep lob. Flippy will be there to catch. Sai looking to drop it down to Cabilio. Beats out Not Owl. Here's a chance for Biker Glass redemption. Well, goes to the side. Cabilio misses inside. Not quite there.
He was so fast, but he wasn't accurate. Sai following it up, though. The offense, again, a new USYD has been unlocked. Oh, another big chance for Biker Glass. Another chance for this USYD. I mean, they can't stop shooting here.
Yeah, but they also can't put it on target. Get Biker Glass out of the shooting position. Get Biker Glass back in demos and setups. I can only see him miss so many times before it's time to call the audible. Still a minute to go. Still a 2-point lead. Flicky with a chance. Won't get the dunk. Magnet puts it up. Biker Glass reversing. Does get to it in time.
No, we can't be too mean. I misspoke. It was Cabilio who missed, so everyone getting in on the missing action there. But USYD, it's looking like it's not going to matter if they can keep up that pressure, but UTS are pushing forward now.
Yeah, everyone may have missed Jake, but Biker Glass missed twice.
True.
He had the extra miss. Open net for Sai. That's going to go in. And as the Twitch chat is kind of saying, the USYD dogs, they've been unleashed.
Wow. USYD looking so strong, man. They've just... What switch did they turn? They didn't take any time in between any of these series. No talking, no nothing, and then somehow have just figured out how to play against UTS.
It's just the Baja men came up on the playlist and they let the dogs out.
Easy.
Sometimes that's all it takes. All it takes is that right mix, as we do see Flicky go straight across the middle. Sai will collect from the box, back up the other way. I think I've annoyed my producer with that one.
Dover's not a fan.
No one is a fan of that band. Flicky will get the goal back the other way. So UTS does get something on the board for a little bit of momentum, but Jake, we are going to Champions Field.
This is what we've been missing from UTS. That was so clinical. That was back to the fast Flicky we've been seeing. But yeah, Champions Field. And Max, who do you favor in these reverse sweeps going into Game 5? Do you believe in the momentum of the previous 2 games?
I believe that this game isn't over yet because Flicky just got a kickoff goal, Jake. I'm not too sure all of a sudden because what was that defense from USYD?
Letting a 2-goal lead go in 5 seconds would be absolutely disastrous. USYD, let's see what kickoff they bring to try and play it safe. If to cheat, UTS go for the fake kickoff. It does not work. We are still going to Game 5.
That would have been, what, 3 goals in 10 seconds? I don't think I would have ever seen that. That could have been a first for a lot of reasons. But yeah, USYD does hold on. We go to Champions Field, and normally I'd be saying, yeah, USYD easy, right?
I don't know. I'm telling you, there's something about reverse sweeps where it gets to Game 5, and then the team kind of like wakes up and gets back to it. Like we were talking about, it's difficult to end a series sometimes. We've seen it with UTS. They've kind of put their foot off the gas pedal. If they can find the same form they had in Games 1 and 2, and especially if USYD kind of waver a little bit with the nerves, it could be UTS favored.
I feel like, though, the big reason why I'm liking USYD is just Sai. Sai has been unstoppable and only getting stronger, and I see no reason to see that kind of easing up. Even in the games where USYD were struggling, like game number 1, Sai still had a couple of pretty big moments. Game 2 was invisible, yes, but ever since then it's been good. And look at this kickoff from Cabilio. Almost just navigating through multiple defenders. Now Biker Glass will have a chance. Flicky's defense too strong.
But now Not Out. It's just a clinical shot, bottom corner. Way too aggressive by Biker Glass here. And UTS get the early lead.
And Not Owl is someone who's been silent, and feels like until the final moments of game number 4, they are back 16 seconds, and the free fall for UTS has stopped, one could say. They have a lead here in Game 5.
I'm telling you, Max, it can be hard to end a series, and even for the team on the cusp of a reverse sweep, Psy, almost the perfect shot, posting out.
Almost made me spit water all over my keyboard right there. That was a good touch. Gonna have another chance at it, Psy again. Finding these angles, but not able to put it through. Still early days, and still more chances for Psy, setting up Capelio. That's a tie game.
Wow, USYD playing aggressively. This is the most confident I've ever seen Capelio, just pushing forward. The dunk goes over the UTS players, and we're back to even.
Yeah, back to a 1-1 state. At the tempo that this game is going, it could be quite high scoring. Let me see noodle look to get it right over the top of one. Capelio has to back pass it. Magnet versus Psy. Sees Magnet win out, but no one's there for that follow-up touch.
Oh, Magnet's going to be kicking himself with that one. So open. Misses a chance. Noodle's got a double touch. He gets it. I think it was an own goal, but he probably was going to score it anyway.
Yeah, I can't be too critical of that. We'll see where Biker Glass was.
Was that just a goal? He got demoed.
I don't know. It almost looked like a pinch. That was going in regardless, though. I don't think there was anything Biker Glass could have done from that position.
Noodle is stepping up in Game 5. Both these goals have been super impressive from him, but Biker Glass, misses his big chance.
Missed an opportunity, and with 3:40 still to go, more chances for UTS to add to the lead right now. They're on the attack. Flicky back pass to Magnet. Back forward to Flicky. Two working together to try to find this chance. They're not going to get it, but now the owl has been unleashed. Out from... What do owls live in? Like trees, I guess, but is it a den? A birdhouse?
I think they actually have a name for it. But yeah, I think they're just chilling in trees. Either way, not out. Yeah, nest. So that's all birds, I guess.
Yeah,
but
I'm not sure.
Closer than tree.
Yeah, it makes more sense. Psy doesn't get the shot underneath.
No, but USYD, they're building the pressure. That's a powerful shot. Somehow saved by Noodle, though.
Able to get it. Now Flicky from underneath. Find that next touch. Magnet has to rotate back. And then they just big swing and miss. A little bit too high for them. And now big demo. Oh, the ball does not fall in.
Yeah, almost could have been a hat trick there for Noodle. The offense is on. USYD, they want to get back to the other half.
Psy going up with it, looking to dribble. Now going for the pinch off the backboard from underneath. Here comes Capelio. Shot, top corner and in. Tie ball game once again.
Yeah, this is going to be close to the very end. Game 5. It's Psy and Capelio. The dynamic duo in this offense looking awesome. Let's see if UTS can reply.
Is this going to go to an overtime, Jake? Like, I know that's preemptive. It might not, but it would feel so fitting for this series to go to an overtime. Psy pinch off the roof. Magnet will collect. Biker Glass and Capelio double commit, and Psy misses underneath. A chance for a counterattack if Flicky can get fast enough to it. They need to pinch it. They pinch it high.
Yeah, they pinch it, and maybe not for the better. Psy's going to get a chance now, though it's not out. Biker Glass left alone. Both teams playing with fire here in their defense.
Magnet just pre-jumps himself to Narnia, and that's going to make this defense awkward. Night Owl, though, takes advantage of the weaker touch out of Biker Glass.
Yeah, Magnet's going to get a chance, so that's a great backboard. Noodle was up so quick, but can't get it accurate.
Won't find it this time. Biker Glass now coming back. Flicky already there to collect. Has Magnet across the middle, tries to pass, but it's behind them and intercepted by Capelio, who nearly goes back the other way. Minute and a half to go. Both teams still looking for that third goal. Psy through the corner, doesn't get too much with it.
And there's the Game 5 nerves you started to see. Great chance, but USYD a little too timid to score. But the pressure's building. UTS are going to run out of boost, and what a shot from Psy, top corner to take the lead.
It looked like it was going to come off the post, but somehow it stays clean. Psy again coming through in the clutch. Second goal, first goal for Psy this game. Third goal for the team. Minute 17, and again, it's UTS playing from behind.
Yeah, UTS need a goal now, but it's always been Noodle. He's been the man. He sets it up. The Magnet's not quick enough.
Oh, Cabilio able to get around it somehow, some way. Still a minute on the clock, still time, but you can see the panic on the UTS side. They're just throwing themselves at the ball, and it's not working in their favor. Sai, slow push into the corner. Flicky tries to create space. Not Owl does get the next touch. To the backboard we go. Biker Glass keeps it in the corner.
Yeah, gonna follow it as well. Gets a massive clear on target. Just what his team needed. Cabilio pushing up as well, maybe over aggressive. Sai's left alone.
Oh,
Magnet
no
has the shot. It's
No
a beautiful
way!
shot, but what a save! What a pass! And it's cleared. Sai coming in clutch.
Biker Glass may have just saved this series with that touch right there. Half a minute. Handful of chances. UTS need to make them count. Biker Glass gets demoed. Flicky gets past the second. Can't get past the third. And Magnet too slow for the challenge. Now it's Not Owl, the star of the team. Flicks it up, but can't get it past Cabilio.
Now the teamwork from USYD stepping up. The defense is coming together. The dunks are there. The challenges are there. And Not Owl is going to have one last chance, but that's not the touch. Falling apart now. 2 seconds left.
It's
This
in.
is everywhere. That's it. And USYD in game 5 complete the reverse sweep and take the series.
Their first series victory comes on their third trip to Champions Field. A reverse sweep to get it done, but USYD proved themselves the better on this day. An amazing performance from Sai, and when Biker Glass's defense started to step up, I know it's only run recorded save, but that save was massive. That moment was massive, and I mean, a win well deserved for the USYD side.
Yeah, what an amazing comeback. And I mean, what a showing from UTS as well. They played so well. Not Owl played out of his mind. Flicky as well. Everyone in the lobby played awesome. And I mean, yeah, game 5 going down to the final seconds like that is absolutely fitting.
And we're only halfway through today. We're only 10 out of the 20 games that we're getting, all right? I'm telling you, it's a 20-game day. So we're going to quickly go to a break. When we come back, we're going to the tippy top of the ladder, Wollongong. Oh, boy, can they take down the undefeated Macquarie? We'll find out after this. Hello, welcome back. We've hit the halfway point, and look, it's a bit surprising. It's been this long to get to the halfway point, but 10 out of 10 games so far, and fresh off a reverse sweep, speaking to us for the first time because it's their first win, we have Cabilio with us now. Congratulations on that victory, Cabilio. It has to feel good to finally get a win under the belt.
It does. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, it feels good. Yeah, long time coming, that's for sure.
Yeah, man. I've been frustrated watching you guys because it's just felt tragic to go 0-5. Has it felt that way for you guys as well?
Yeah, it has. Yeah, we were hoping to do a little bit better than we have. Yeah, we've had some tough performances. That was our third game 5, and we finally were able to get the win. So yeah, it feels good to finally get one under our belt.
Yeah, fantastic stuff, and I mean, obviously that one did start off too great because not only is it, the game 5 victory, but a reverse sweep as well to get it done.
That's right.
How do you bounce back mindset-wise to kind of pull off a reverse sweep like that?
Yeah, I think we were feeling a bit rusty in those first 2 games. You could probably tell watching. We just felt a bit flat, so we said after game 2, let's try and lift the energy, give them a bit less respect, just kind of challenge early and everything, and it seemed to work. So yeah, that was good.
Mm-hmm. And how are you guys feeling going into next week against UOW? Are you looking to continue the winning streak?
Of course. Easy.
Easy, let's get it done.
Easy, I like that. One last question before we kind of send you on your way. I have to address the elephant in the room. You guys seem to have the craziest fans in the Twitch chat, like, regardless. So, you have any sort of message for them or anything you'd like to say to that group right now?
Oh yeah, it's a pleasure to have them come along and support. I haven't seen what they've been saying. Apparently it's been a bit interesting. But yeah, good to have any support we can get.
Excellent. Well, that's good to hear. Again, congratulations on your win, and look forward to seeing you play next week against a very scary Wollongong.
Thanks very much, guys. We'll see how we go.
See, indeed. Good luck for that. That was Cabilio, again, from the University of Sydney. First time we get to speak to somebody from that team, and now we've spoken to... That makes 6 out of 8, because I don't think we actually got the Newcastle interview when they won their match.
Oh, well, hopefully they win theirs today then.
Yeah, hopefully they will get there. But look, it's been an amazing event so far, Jake. And, of course, an amazing event like this can't really happen without, some help from some of our amazing sponsors as well. So a big thank you to them, starting with Predator Gaming, the gaming PC partner who provides high-end gaming-focused PC solutions in both laptop and desktop formats, powered by Intel. Thank you, Predator Gaming. AOC Monitors, the gaming monitor partner who provide best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs. Indomie, the noodle partner made with high-quality flour and select ingredients and spices. A plate of Indomie, I say plate, should be in a bowl. Should be in a bowl. A bowl of Indomie, in my opinion. Again, eat it however you like. I mean, container, doesn't matter. A plate of Indomie McGoring will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au. I'd even accept a cup of Indomie before it's on a plate. That's just me. Game On Cancer, the charity of choice for the AEL, who fund much-needed cancer research projects. If you'd like to donate, please head to AEL's Tiltify campaign page. Thank you so much to all those sponsors, but plate?
Yeah, I've had it on a plate before.
You have? Okay, how does that work?
It's fine. I mean, It's not soup.
Well, maybe that's just me. I don't know. I like it in a bowl. Except I eat everything out of a bowl, so I'm not sure that counts. Here's how the day has been going so far. Again, 2 game 5s. The 20-game prediction still reigning true, and when you have our number 1 versus number 2 team on the ladder up next, Jake, you got to feel pretty confident it's going to happen again.
Yeah, no, this will be a fun one. And Macquarie, can they keep their unbeaten streak? Because, I mean, these guys, they go to game 5s all the time and then somehow take them out.
Yeah, that they do, and this is the one that I would be most worried for. Mostly because of Macquarie's style. Like, as we have heard from interviews, they just want to pre-jump everything. That's been their strategy. Go in and pre-jump, go in and pre-jump, go in and pre-jump. But you look at UOW, I mean, this is a team that can punish the pre-jump. Tonio and Shu, each fantastic players. Mage has had some very key moments. I'm not going to be ragging on Mage anymore. They've proven themselves they can keep up.
I told you, man.
I think I'm almost leaning like this could be the upset. This could be the one where we see UOW take down the undefeated Macquarie.
I mean, they've brought the lineup to do it. I mean, Shu, Tonio, Aziz, these are the big strikers. But I mean, on the same side, Macquarie have brought their best as well. So both teams, I think, know just how strong the other is and got their best players for the job.
No Mage. You're saying they're best players, but then Mage isn't here today.
Dude, Mage is a hero, and you are absolutely trashing on him, and he did not deserve that, but he is the sub after all.
I'm flipping it back is what I'm getting at. But yeah, I think Aziz is probably who you want in this situation. I mean, Bailey Mate's pretty strong as well, but Shu,
They're got a deep roster.
Yeah, both these teams have deep rosters, right? Like, even if you look at Macquarie substitutes with Akame, who we saw step up in the past. Ray as well has had some key moments. I remember that interview with Ray where they were talking about how it's just like, I have to adapt the sort of pre-jump meta that the team brings. Was a good interview back then. But yeah, this is going to be, I think, a super fun matchup. My eyes are still on Shu, though. I feel like Shu has just been on an upward trend as an individual player. And I'm excited to see what Shu can do against the likes of Baz, Lunar, and Zen.
Yeah, no, Shu's been exciting, man. He's been a fun guy to watch. So I think you're right. I don't think this is like super Macquarie favored here. This could be a real battle.
Yeah, as we have a tech pause already in this game, so a little bit longer before we kick off. But for those of you who have been watching again, you know, some of that RLCS, like Shu, a part of Global Elite, just had that recent deep run, which was ended, funnily enough, by Lunar and 95X in a Game 5.
Game 5, though, man. That was a good series.
It was a very good series, and that's why it's like, you know, maybe Shu can find a little bit of revenge this time around and possibly take down Macquarie.
I mean, yeah, Shu's been looking awesome, but obviously Luna's been looking great as well. Everyone in this lobby, so we'll have to see. I mean, yeah, this will be exciting. It's interesting to think that like Zen's probably like the most inactive player here. It's like, it just goes to show how stacked it is.
Yeah, I mean, that is a very good point. Like, Zen kind of is in that spot. And if I'm not mistaken, Baz and Tonio play for the same team. They each play for Dumbluck right now. Yeah, they're each on Dumbluck right now, and now they're against each other. Like, this is such a... well, I'm not sure I'm allowed to use that term, but it's a very crossover-y matchup right here on this stream. And, everyone should be familiar with each other's playstyle, how they approach this game. Like, this, again, I have a feeling it's going to be a very loose series, a very fun series, and more reasons why I think it could go 5.
I think it's the opposite, man. When you play your teammates in, you know, other settings, you want to win. So I think Baz and Tonio are going to be very focused here.
So Baz and Tonio going to be going at it again. Shu wanting revenge on Lunar as well for what happened in RLCS in that Game 5, and then of course
Zen will still troll. You can't fix Zen. That'll just happen. I'm
just like looking through substitutes now, and I was just half expecting to see Aziz as like the substitute on Sin City as well, right? To have them have that. Like, I can't find a link between Zen and Aziz, and that makes me sad.
Oh, bummer. Wait, so is Zen playing, is he? In RLCS?
Yeah, he's on Sin City. We didn't get them on stream, but it's Caveman, Ben, Zen, and Bao.
Oh, and they came last.
Yeah, fun fact, they lost to Global Elite.
So did Dumbluck. There's at least a little bit of a link. At least we have Shu and Zen beef coming into it.
Yeah, Dumbluck lost to Heist, I believe, who doesn't have anyone, unfortunately, this time around in this matchup. So we don't. Actually, wait, who did they lose to in the winners bracket? Maybe that's where it happens. Oh no, 95X beat Reborn Titans. Okay, never mind.
So this is 6 RLCS players in the lobby then.
Oh no, I'm not sure Aziz is. Who's Aziz on?
Oh, I thought Aziz. Did Aziz used to be teammates with Tonio?
Maybe. Yeah, I'm doing the research. I'm digging deep.
Yeah. I am as well.
Oh, it used to be on Riot Gaming, so yeah, I would imagine so.
I found a South African Aziz, so I'm not on the...
No, that's the
right one?
Yeah, that's the right one.
Oh.
Yeah, because he was on Riot and got a couple top 12s and stuff. Losing usually to Serrani, it looks like.
Yeah.
So, they've been up... So, yeah, point is, yes, RLCS hey, multiple main events, that still counts in my book. So yeah, 6 RLCS players about to do battle.
Yeah, man. This is going to be, yeah, definitely the highest skill lobby. But again, yeah, it depends how serious Macquarie take it. I hope if they freestyle, they lose, because I don't want to see that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. As hopefully this tech pause gets sorted out, I should say. I like to name and shame who's holding us back. I don't pretend anymore. It brings me great shame to say that right now. We are still waiting on Lunar. Like, when they got into the lobby, they had about, like, 200 ping. So something was clearly up, and then they have since left the lobby, and we saw that pause. And hopefully we do get to see them come in right now, because team needs Lunar. Lunar's a good one, and it does look like Lunar has just rejoined.
Yeah, but we'll see if his ping is, yeah, up to it. Lunar certainly, yeah, I mean, what is it? His team made the deepest run recently. He's been very impressive for Macquarie as well, so they do not want to be losing him here.
No, they do not. I mean, the ping still isn't great. We can see it right now. It's still not in a good position, although it does look like it's coming down. I would not be surprised if he is, like, I don't even know, like, hot spotting on a phone or something right now.
Dude, Aziz is not having it. He wants the FF for game 1.
I mean, yeah, let's take anything you can get, any advantage over the undefeated team, right? Just throw it all at the wall. It will be sorted soon. Not sure what the ruling is. It looks like Lunar might be trying to reset their net real quick. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's what he's hoping for. But again, Aziz isn't letting them go off easy. I do hope we get to see Lunar at his best though, because again, yeah, he's a beast when he's playing well.
I also love how, like, if there's any team you're going to try to get, like, you know, rule technicality advantages against,
it's against Macquarie, yeah.
A, is it against Macquarie, and B, just against Zen, who will never let you get away with it, right? Like, Zen will find any excuse, I think, to just rally himself up and rally the team up. Like, this is, again, 6 RLCS players. It's getting kind of feisty in the chat ahead of time. A good kind of feisty, and hopefully that carries over onto the pitch.
I hope so. Again, high stakes here. Important match again. Like you said, both teams are qualified, but seeding is still definitely important.
And it looks like Lunar has ran away again. So we're going to be throwing it to a break. When we come back, hopefully we will get this match. Hopefully we will get that net sorted, because we want to watch this one out. So stay with us. We'll be right back, hopefully, with game number 3. Well, it got close. It got to the edge, but it looks like we are going to be getting ready to jump into this match. UOW versus Macquarie. We fixed Lunar's internet. Tech God smiled on us today. And Jake, I mean, these players, they're keen. They are so keen to go.
I know that the chat between them has been very, very fun to watch, honestly. So I'm definitely expecting the banter to continue as the game goes on. We'll do our best to relay what is stream friendly, because I've seen plenty of stuff I will not repeat to you guys.
Yeah, a little bit heated. It's hard to tell if it's the playful heated or like genuine heat coming right now between these two sides. I'd like to assume it's as genuine as possible. I do have some sad news though. Lunar's net never really improved. So Macquarie kind of playing with 2.5 members right now. We'll see what they can do with their best player, arguably, on 200 ping.
Yeah, disappointing for them. Might need to get a super sub in last minute. But either way, Zen's looking strong to start this game off. Actually gets it all himself. Zen doesn't need Luna.
Nah, Zen always has been this mechanical player. I mean, the reset bumped away, but does not matter. And Aziz, who has arguably been the most vocal in wanting to get this game underway, is probably going to be frustrated seeing that one sail over their head.
I don't know what Aziz was doing there. Clearly asleep. And Zen, as expected, we get the double OMG straight away. They're chatting about already.
As Shu looks for a demo onto Zen to help in the door for Aziz. Does not work out. Defense able to recover in time. Tonio swinging a miss. And UOW a little bit shaky out of the gate. Good intercept by Zen. I'm breaking up the offense, but in the end they have to rotate back regardless. What a touch from Tonio!
Well, I mean, Tonio gets a perfect top bins, but I don't know what the defender was doing here. Baz had all the time in the world and just did not get it.
Was that an accidental backflip at the end? It kind of looked like it was. Either way, tie ball game, one apiece. Less than a minute into this one. Things looking pretty decent right now for both sides. When given space to work, defense is a little bit shaky as Shu over the top gets the second.
And Shu's the one we were talking about. He's been looking great recently, been stepping up and super clinical here.
Yeah, that was just a nice strike, 113, but a straight line speed essentially. 2-1 lead, UOW. It didn't take long to respond to that quick goal out of Zen. Still early days, and we're on pace for a high-scoring affair.
Yeah, no, I think so. I mean, just the offense that comes out of both these teams, it's going to be difficult to keep the ball out of the net.
We'll see if that does continue as we watch Tonio now try to spike it across that middle of the pitch. Baz able to collect. Aziz, however, is there in that corridor already, dropping it down to Shu. Shot on target, saved by Zen.
Saved by Zen, but the pressure's continuing. Tonio's pushing it forward. Aziz is now as well. Macquarie can't get out of their own half right now.
Yeah, that said, they had two players cheated deep, double committing for boost on the back end, and that left one defender for far too long. End result will be the third goal for UOW.
Look at this, Aziz just getting a nice doink goal. No one from Macquarie deciding to go for that one.
Yeah, I mean, you had... Again, Lunar was alone on the backboard, sitting on, 200 ping at the time, and then Baz and Zen committed for the full boost on the opposite corridor.
Yeah, misplay. You got to play around the ping.
Yeah. Got to play around the ping, and you got to play around your teammates. But that's kind of been Macquarie's MO, it feels like, for a lot of this. They go super hard, super solo, super selfish for the first 4 games of a series, and then game 5, turn it on and just completely blitz their opponents. It feels like they always go that distance, and I'm not too surprised to see UOW as kind of the more controlled team out of the gate, but expect Macquarie to warm up as the series progresses.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, that it's more so like offensively, is like Macquarie will try and be too fancy and just not score any goals, where it's been their defense that's been lacking. I mean, 3 goals, not even at halftime yet. They've really got to sharpen it up.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. I'm looking at Macquarie. Apparently, they've only gone to game 5 once. It was against UWA. I could have sworn it's been more, but I mean, they don't get
like
sweeps
more,
either.
yeah.
They also, they only have 1 sweep, which was against USYD. All the other ones have gone, 4 games. They've always kind of given one up. So,
I guess that makes sense then.
yeah, it does play out. And I always just imagine it, I guess, being closer. I don't know. It's why stats will always destroy instinct and why my memory is going in the age.
That's why you just don't check the stats formal. Just stick with the confident assertions.
Actually, though, Wollongong is the team that's had, a couple game 5s in their past. Obviously, the one they lost to WA. It's WA that has all the game 5s. I think that's what we're learning right now. They're 3 out of 5 have gone to game 5. Like they're the true game 5 heroes. Them, and I guess after that last series, USYD as well.
I mean, USYD may be the heroes after, what an impressive reverse sweep we had there. We'll see if this series can go to Game 5. It's absolutely expected at the rate we've been going at today. But at the moment, I mean, it's looking UOW favored.
That it is. And for UOW, they'd like to keep that going. Newcastle also is the team with 3 Game 5s as well, actually. So that was a little bit surprising. Bad shot, looking for top mid, not going to find it. Lunar now following up and puts the shot on net. That one saved. But yeah, the fact that, UWA and UON are the 2 teams with the most Game 5s, it doesn't matter where they are on the ladder. Like, that series has to go Game 5.
For sure, yeah. Yeah. No, looking at this game, though, I mean, Luna's ping has settled down. He's chilling now, and they're still getting beat. It's another goal to shoot.
Yeah, as we watch this one, I mean, it was a pass down to Baz, Matonio too quick, and everyone committing just to ensure that goal. 3-point lead for UOW, and with that, you'd have to think Game 1's going to go their way.
Yeah, no, Game 1 looking great. Macquarie not looking as solid as they need to be. I mean, they haven't faced an offense as good as UOW's yet.
No, they have not. And, I mean, the result is kind of speaking for itself right now. Struggle streak for the team in red. 5-1 lead as Aziz gets another.
Yeah, Aziz calmly getting it through. Luna's blaming ping despite his ping settling down, so I don't know if I believe him, honestly, just with the amount of talk going both ways.
Yeah, I know they're still going at it. Caps lock on. It's fun to see. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. It's kind of hard when you're down by 4 goals to be a bit too chippy in situations like this. 20 seconds remaining. Antonio looks to clear it across the middle of the pitch. Shu and Aziz are there. Shu's going to be the one who goes up for it. Now looking for the reset underneath. Does get the touchdown and in.
Shu's a god. When did this new Shu be born? I mean, always really stuck in that bubble scene, but recently he's just absolutely popping up.
He got that top 8, right, with the Global Elite, I believe it was, and again, I'm excited to see how far this team goes. I think that one's right. Could be getting confused.
Yeah. No,
is he Global Elite or is he Heist?
He's Global Elite.
He is, okay. I shouldn't second guess myself.
Oh, man, you had it.
Yeah. There you go. Aziz, pass across Antonio, not going to find it. Ball will hit the ground eventually. Right, there we go.
Brazil.
Lunar. Off the backboard. Zen.
There we go.
Oh, goal.
You can see it coming. Both teams wanted it. A disaster for Macquarie Game 1, but I don't think they'll be too phased. They're looking to, regain for Game 2.
Close one, Brazil history in the making. Yeah, just... is that the first ever AEL Brazil? Asks Zen. No is the answer. Not even close, but it still feels pretty good.
It feels good. Now we got Luna claiming it was a test lobby. This is great banter. You're even joining in.
Of course I'm joining in. He asked a question. I have to answer him. He asked if it was the first ever. It's like, no, not even close to the first. Like, that's just how it is. I've seen a lot of AEL matches. I've seen a lot of AEL Brazil. Although I do think that might be the first Brazil for the Elite Series. I'm going to have to double check on that one. I'm going to do the research on that one as we get ready to go here for game number 2.
Wow, look how quick we're into game number 2. Again, no team has taken any time between matches. They just want to get straight into it.
Yeah, they do want to keep it going. And so far, research is that could have been the first one. I'm thinking it might be, Jake. I think that was the first Brazil.
Oh, no.
In Elite Series.
You were so confident.
In Elite Series. Not in AEL.
Then so wrong then.
yeah, so. I'm pretty sure Zen's been a part of Brazil's in the AEL in the past, I'm sure. There was a 7-2, though, that happened back in week 1. I will say that. So, kind of. Was a Brazil at one stage, probably. Here we go, though. Game number 2 still underway, and Good news for Macquarie, they're not running away with it.
No, look, close again. Macquarie have reset, but I don't know, that UOW offense, I don't think it's going to slow down, and the real test will be, do Macquarie have an answer? They're already double committing as
No!
Big open net miss from him. What a chance.
Oh, you gotta down those ones because it does feel like Macquarie is playing a little bit more controlled. As the ball will go back to the opposite corner, Tonio popping it up. Zen steals it away from Aziz. Shu has to race back, but there's no one fast enough on Macquarie to punish initially. In fact, they're slowing it down. They want to get Meki with it. Zen cannot stick with the play.
No, and I think you're right. Macquarie are certainly looking more solid. At least in the midfield, they're not absorbing as many chances as they did in the last game. Macquarie looking solid. They've certainly stepped up.
Yeah, they're starting to. They're trying to. Baz now actually has a good chance here. A lot of space to work with. Second touchdown in front of the net. Luna went for the demo, but Zen doesn't commit for the shot until the second pass. This time the defense was able to recover. Shu doesn't get the touch, but the shot still was wide. Zen does get stopped. And now Lunar has to play setup for themselves. Baz back from the midfield, jumps forward. Too much defense, though, holding him back.
Yeah, UOW, excellent scramble defense. Dangerous on the counterattack as well. I see Aziz is throwing himself at everything. It's certainly causing chaos, but it's not working just yet.
Yeah, these midfield strikes are very, very dangerous from the Aziz side. Zen doesn't get that last touch to put it through. Baz now has to rotate back. Lunar kind of there waiting as well. Shu will go forward with it. Space being given for both teams now in that middle of the pitch. It is Macquarie who crosses the midline first. Lunar gets the bump. Tonio tries to put it in a safe spot. Baz waiting, makes it 1-0.
And the pressure is too much. I mean, UOW, it's the opposite story now. Look at this, just bumps, demos, too much, and Baz, clinical shot to finish it.
Yeah, great play by Baz right there to make it 1-0 in favor of the Macquarie side. Still half a game to go, though. Plenty of opportunities for UOW to take this one back. Ball up high, but not really quite there. Zen with a bump, although Shu should get there first.
Yeah, Shu looking to get that equalizer. Not quite, though. Pushing forward. Now they're in offense, though.
Oh.
And again, we've seen Macquarie kind of falter. Here's a chance, and there's the equalizer. Shu's the one to get it.
And Shu will make that one apiece. Again, too much pressure right there. Aziz off that backboard, and Baz unable to outpace Shu to get there in time. 1-1 right now. As you can see, again, still chatty between both those sides right there. It has been informed, by the way, Macquarie, because of the start and that long tech pause, they're not allowed anymore, Jake. So if, Lunar's internet issues get bad enough that they have to disconnect, they're going to be forced to play on in the 2v3.
Yeah, but then Luna responded with the absolute Chad response that he doesn't need it to win. So they're still feeling confident, but yeah, it's going to be difficult for Luna here.
It's going to be difficult for that Macquarie side, and this is just setting up the rematch, man. Like, no matter who wins now, I think a team is going to feel like, yeah, we could have taken him, right? So this is kind of our grand final preview. It's what we'd expect to see come best of sevens time. As Leonard pops it up, Shu will catch, looks to push it back the other way.
Yeah, no, this is a taste. Again, this is all league play and seeding that will go into that eventual final bracket. There's a pass, Shu. Probably wisely backs out of that one. Was certainly risky, but UOW looking dangerous.
Yeah, that they are, as pressure in front of the net. Not able to find it. Shu from underneath actually gets bumped away. 1 minute to go. Aziz push it forward. Bad's now forced to race back. They will collect it, but Shu's going to come up to challenge. They do get it again moving forward. Shu has Aziz underneath, but goes solo instead.
Oh.
They connect, but they don't score.
Wow, so unfortunate not to get that goal. That was really nice from Shu. Gets the dunk as well, but it's not quite under the crossbar. Macquarie don't have the boost to get the counter attack. It's back to the midfield. Luna's pushing it to the corner. We're getting a few misses now. It's getting a bit scrappier.
Yeah, that it is. It's getting very scrappy as Aziz gets a touch. Can't get over the top of Zen. Now here comes Tonio into the corner. Back down. Lunar will, again, push it back up that other way. Shu has to race back. Leaves it for Aziz. They pinch, but they don't get the distance required. 12 seconds left. It looks like we're going to overtime.
Yeah, although Shu might want to say something different to that. He doesn't have the flip, gets a monster dunk. Everyone back on the Macquarie side, though. It is tough to see, although
Whoa.
unforced miss. Not what you're looking for going into the OT.
And we go to our first overtime here. One apiece. Aziz off the kickoff. Got into the corner, but no real follow-up because of that demo. Tonio now going to go for the solo play. 2 defenders to beat. Lunar takes it away, keeps it above Shu, but not past Aziz.
Yeah, the pressure continues. Aziz pushing forward. Everyone from UOW very far back. It opens up Zen for a solo play. He can't get it though. Shu looking super solid still this series.
Yeah, a lot of solid defenders right now. It feels like on both sides. In fact, Aziz still kind of hunting. Here comes Shu. Ball pinches down. Baz. Awkward spot. Whoa.
Super awkward. Tonio is going to keep the offense on. It's a boost steal. But Zen doing a great job getting his team out of defense.
Yeah, I mean, Zen is so good at like those types of situations, making a lot out of a little and just creating pressure. Might get a second chance at it here. Tonio slows it down, but Lunar's underneath. This could be super dangerous. 2 defenders bite. Underneath is open. Yeah! Oh, Aziz able to recover and actually keep that one away.
The shot wasn't dangerous. This one will be though. Tonio Luna barely back in time. Tell you what, you do not notice the ping on that man. He's playing great.
Well, ping's gone down again. That could be why. Baz nearly gets that pinch in. Aziz able to make the save. Lunar now is going to try to play setup as well. Baz rotating back, gives space to Tonio. Zen will be the one who steps up to challenge and wins out.
Yeah, but Aziz, he's controlling it in his corner. Beats one. Gets demoed out of the way. Macquarie gonna try and build some pressure here, but it feels like they're struggling. Shu actually gets a pass. Aziz gets the redirect, and Shu gets game 2. This is gonna be tough now for Macquarie.
Yeah, this is going to be a very tough one to bring back from Aziz. A beautiful touchdown, able to find Shu off that backboard just under 100 seconds into overtime. UOW up now 2-0 in the series, 1 game away from taking down the undefeated Macquarie.
Yeah, and I mean, looking great, looking so solid, only holding Macquarie to 1, having the offense as well. Macquarie are going to have to step up to get a reverse sweep.
And if you saw the schedule on Twitter and are now tuning in, expecting to see some UON versus some UWA, well, you got to watch the end of this series first, I should say. UOW versus Macquarie. We're still in our 3rd series of the day. Although it could be ending here. UOW, they could be the one to defeat the undefeated Macquarie. 3 chances at it. Game 3 now kicks off.
Yeah, they could be the ones to sweep the undefeated Macquarie. They're looking solid. They're getting the first chance here. Shu flicks it wide. Maybe on purpose, though. They're going to try and go for a pressure play instead.
Yeah, they're going to try to create something, anything. They don't find it immediately. Here comes Tonio. Now looking for the pinch. No, doesn't find it. Zen plays keep up. Aziz actually passes his back now. Shu will have to try to collect, and that drives the ball forward again. I mean, everyone's playing so wide on the Macquarie side, yet because of their speed, because of the power of their touches, it was working till they triple commit. Lunar, though, does rotate back.
Wow, Shu barely did not get to that one. That would have been an awesome goal. It's looking like a counterattack now. Zen actually, wow, beautiful control from him, but the follow-up wasn't there.
Follow-up not there this time, although Baz still faster to the middle of the pitch, beats out Tonio. Shu slowing it down. Zen wanted to punish. There was nobody behind. Still Aziz wound up with possession. Lunar back pass. That was spooky.
Wow, Aziz is so chaotic, man. So fast. Almost punished that mistouch from Luna. Tonio, powerful shot. Shu is now the one jumping from unexpected angles, but don't get the goal. Now it's Baz's chance. His demo's on the other side. This is back and forth.
This is a very back and forth game right now, and I mean, both teams are playing so fast, but so wide with it. It's just a lot of bang ball to try and play setup, but then they get so squishy in front of the net when things get condensed. You can see it right here. Look how tight all the defenders are right now on the Macquarie side, but it's working for them, at least momentarily. Shu's touch, delicate, but off target.
Yeah, but Macquarie starting to get on the back foot here, although Baz, quick aerial from him. Looks like they're running low on boost, though. We'll see if they can set up pressure. No, Baz still, with these crazy angles, still pushing forward. Big plays from him.
We're going to miss from Tonio, though. Means Lunar can take it back the other way. Not sure if Zen got a touch on that, but it still got all the way to the backboard. Now Baz underneath, shot, no! Posted, not in. Aziz a chance to go back the other way, but didn't have the boost to drive it forward. Now it's a 3v1 Aziz. Shoes respawn, not good, has to make a touch, and they do, but it's into their own net.
Here comes the quick shot. Yep, Luna with the question mark. Aziz, massive mistake from him, just rotating back, not on the line. Zen gets a freebie. Aziz replies with the 2-0 question mark. I rate that.
I'm not sure I do, though, because we've already seen one reverse sweep today, and that 2-0, if it goes to the 2-3, as was so responded by Zen, that becomes awkward. So we'll see what happens. And speaking of 2-0, Zen wants to make that scoreline happen. Doesn't get the goal.
Yeah, look at Macquarie. They're pushing forward now. Playing well. See if they can hold on to this lead. I don't see UOW going down without a fight in this game, though.
No, not at all, but it's so tough for them right now to get out of their own half. So much of the game 3 has been played on the blue side of the ball. Now Baz has a chance again. Actually lets it drop. Shu, patient defense. Has that read. Aziz just cleans up Tonio. Shu has to clean up Baz, who recovers. Aziz recovers as well, and now nearly finds Shu on the counter.
Zen hitting it backwards. It's awkward for Luna, actually. No one middle. Great idea there from Aziz. Macquarie are going to be struggling. That's a big dunk. Everyone's backward. Aziz is third man there. No, Tonio not ready to score that one.
Yeah, defense able to hold on to it. Now with a minute and a half remaining, Baz didn't like that look. Got called off by Zen. Got it to the defenders. Now a double commit from the blue side. That leaves Tonio alone. Is able to collect, but Zen's dunk is dangerous. Underneath, Baz or Lunar? No, it's Tonio keeping it high.
Yeah, sketchy touch, but kind of forced. UOW in a very tough spot there. They somehow survive, and with a minute left, they got plenty of time to equalize.
Yeah, that they do. Middle of the field, Tonio will push it to the corridor. Has 2 defenders to try and beat. Actually may have beat out 1, but because of the demo, no one to dish it down to. Now again, it's kind of buying time, waiting for the third member to respond. Aziz doing what they can. Lobber up. Tonio has to cross the pitch to get there. Try to save as much boost as possible, but they give up tempo in the process. And now again, Macquarie is on the attacking half.
And will the own goal be the difference maker in this crucial game 3? That'll be tough for Aziz to get out of his mind. Even in this game, still, they'll be wanting this goal, but they're stuck in defense. Shu, it's a nice air dribble, but Zen gets a touch still. Woo.
Yeah, Zen just kind of escorts that one away. And again, UOW, they're just unable to keep anything going too far forward. So with 20 seconds to go, an amazing performance by Macquarie's midfield may have done enough to win this game. One last chance, and Tonio may have just let it go awry. Baz can't punish, leaves it for Lunar. That shot comes off the backboard instead.
Yeah, and the pressure's continuing. UOW are running out of chances. Like you said, it's this impressive midfield. Last chance now for Aziz. Fake does not work. The sweep has been thwarted. And we have a series on our hands.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm going to go back to that 2-0 claim. Aziz with the 2-0 after the own goal. It's like, I appreciate where it's coming from. Well, you don't say that when you're behind in Game 3 when a reverse sweep has already happened. It could easily happen again at this rate. Macquarie has come back alive.
2-0 is not enough to win a series.
No, you need 3. Now, that would have been 3-0, right? That would have been. That would have been mint. That would have been the mint comment. Let's see what happens, though. Game number 4. Still chances to come back for Macquarie. But they're going to have to win this game out. And Jake, I mean, if we have back-to-back reverse sweeps today.
This day is silly, but, I mean, we called it. Every game has been an insanely, tight matchup, important implications, and in an already unbelievably tight, just a whole tournament with all top 8 teams being so solid.
Yeah, I mean, with how late it's going, Shu, though, is going to find that first goal, wanting to break the script and give UOW the early lead.
Yeah, nice solo play from Tonio, but I think, it's really on Shu there. That's what they were missing, that quick follow-up, that teammate to trust, push forward. Great play from them to get the first goal.
Great way to start. Now Shu's going to try to bring it back that other way off the backboard. Zen
dangerous.
gets it off, and now see if McCory can start to bring it back that other way. Baz's touch. Shut down by Tonio from underneath. Lunar is there. On the corridor as well. Nope, Shu actually disrupted this time. It's Ziz. Will have to be the one pressing it forward. Has a reset. Doesn't get the bump.
Yeah, doesn't get the flick he was looking for there, but he looks very dangerous in that situation. UAW have stepped it up. They've decided they want to push players forward. We might have another high-scoring affair here.
And we'll see. Only 1 goal in the first minute, but still plenty of opportunity for McCory to get back into this game. Zen going to try to dribble Antonio. Immediate challenge. Beautiful touch. Actually gets a double commit out of the defense. Now Ziz had a chance, but doesn't beat Baz. Ball centered by Shu. No one there. Tonio still rotating back to their own defensive third.
Yeah, a bit fortunate not to get scored on, actually. That was a very risky pass. Here's a nice one. Shu not quite postured to get a powerful shot on there. Now Macquarie's going to get a breakaway. Baz is looking good here. Whoa, plays it to the ground, but it's well defended.
I'm not sure that touch was going in, though, regardless. It looked a little bit awkward at the end of it all. Either way, defenders were there. UOW holding on to that 1 goal lead. It would be the series. It would be the end of the undefeated streak. Shu now going up high. Has a chance to go for the double. Doesn't down it in.
Oh, close. That would have been such an important goal for them. Macquarie have been looking so good in their midfield. I mean, UOW cannot rest easy just with a 1 goal lead.
Shu, again, goes for a double off the roof this time, but can't quite seal the deal. You can see UOW, they're trying to increase the tempo on the attacking half and really get the defense of Macquarie off balance. That's how they saw success in game 1. It hasn't been working here in game number 4. Still with that lead, though. If they can keep Macquarie on the back foot, they should be good nearly halfway through this game.
Yeah, time is ticking down, and we said, I mean, Macquarie, their offense is scary. Their midfield's been awesome, but they haven't actually been able to generate too many chances. UOW has been kind of neutralizing that, but Luna gets a nice touch, but again, look at these big clears.
Yeah, I mean, it's been big clears on both sides that's kind of stifled these attacks. We haven't seen, you know, the sustained flurry of shots from either side, but now a double commit. And it goes awkward for Macquarie. Ziz
big double.
Lobbing it, but Zen is able to rotate back.
Yeah, Zen is up to the challenge. Great defense coming out of him. And now Luna getting a dribble. Shu very patiently defends though.
Patience is the name of the game right here. Shu won't be able to get out that beat. Now Lunar pops it up to Tonio. Will touch it towards the backboard. Zen controls it to the middle of the field. Awkward commits from the defenders there. Shu now going up to the backboard again, has the reset, but can't get a pass over.
Not past him, but the pressure continues. Tonio get a chance here. Big 50. The rotations are there, but everyone's awkward now, and this opens up Baz for a counterattack. He's got no boost though. Gets a great center though. Luna's gonna get a chance. Passes to the pre-jump Zen, but it's not accurate.
And with just over a minute remaining in this game, I have to take note. This is the first game where both teams have been silent in the chat. Zen finds the equalizer.
I thought you were about to cast a curse and say we're not going to get a game 5, because I mean, yeah, that's been building up.
Because as soon as I said that, they start typing in the chat after that goal. It's just a different kind of, you know, cast a curse.
You're right though, quiet game, not even an emote, but now they've fired off. Yeah, they're having fun. Macquarie have got to feel happy with that. That was a very important equalizer.
How when you were playing, how chatty did teams and players get? I'm curious.
Everyone was super quiet when I played, honestly. Everyone thought it was really toxic, the quick chat. But I threw in a few. I was a bit toxic back in the day. You had to use them strategically.
So you were the toxic one, okay.
Strategically.
You created the quick chat meta, is what I'm hearing.
Oh, no, that's all Zen. That's actually all Zen.
Oh, so Zen is the godfather of the quick chat meta.
I think so. I think he was like the first one to bring it out in like an absurd level, you know? And his legacy reigns on. He's still doing it to this day.
It's kind of crazy to think that like this is a intervarsity league, and you know it's a place where it's often like a scouting ground to see young upcoming talent. And we also have the person so old that they invented the quick chat meta, right? Like, it's such a mix, such a dichotomy. Anyways, 3 seconds left. It looks like we're going to an overtime as Ziz.
Oh, nice pass. Shoot! It's not in! Oh, he's going to kick himself for that one. Almost not going to this overtime. That is a very, very disappointing UAW.
It would have been a great way to knock McQuarrie off of that undefeated streak. However, an overtime victory would be just as sweet if UOW is able to find it. Here we go, shoot, pass across the middle, caught by Baz. He will lob it down. Tonio slows it up, and then, oh, shoot, bumping teammates. Aziz, awkward spot. Zen couldn't quite get the cut for the goal.
Oh my god, what is going on here? Neither team, Zen almost pinches it straight in. McQuarrie, they're going to get the chance here. Both teams looking a bit unorganized at the moment, unable to recompose themselves from the OT.
Unable to find it just yet as Lunar flicks it over to Baz. Now back down to Lunar. Oh, actually pushes it back instead of forward. Double commit,
no
though.
one's home.
And that could open the doorway. Baz alone on defense. Has to put it in a dangerous spot. Aziz down to Tonio, who in traffic gets demoed. Chu still will find the shot, but Baz has recovered enough time to make the save.
Yeah, everyone's sitting in net, though. Lunar's gone to get boost. And it pays off. He's got enough. Everyone's back in defense now, but the pressure's continuing.
Lunar, that's Baz underneath, but still Tonio's there to apply the pressure. Zen now waiting just outside the post, does go up as well. Ball being jammed for a while in this corner. Ooh, Baz, that was dangerous. Got the ball behind them, but still found the bump. Shoe shot is high, follow-up touch, missed by Baz, but Tonio lost the momentum and won't get the strike.
Tonio not confident enough to go in as third man. That's what cost them game 3, was that passive third man. They're seeing it in game 4 now, but shoot, with a dribble, a pinch. Baz,
oh no!
Uncharacteristic miss, but not punished.
Oh my goodness, Aziz had the open net, but just completely bottled the shot. And 2 opportunities now, it feels like UOW could have ended this series on awry for one reason or another. McQuarrie still in it, still needing a goal to go to Champions Field. Baz is underneath. Zen goes for the reset instead. They don't quite connect. And again, is McQuarrie racing back on defense. Lunar's third man, and still slows up Aziz.
They're going to have low boost here. Aziz stole that boost. They're all backwards though. Again, this passive kind of style they brought out in this overtime is going to do them no favors. And there's the punish. The demos come out, and Baz sends us to game 5.
Here we go again. A chance for the reverse sweep. Chat popping off. McQuarrie, one away from bringing it back. And I mean, this one's feeling personal now, Jake.
This is, isn't it?
These teams are feeling very personal right now. This is going to be I think this is going to be a spicy final game because UOW had their chances. Like, one more second on the regulation clock and it's over.
I know, that's gotta hurt. Did they have a similar one in game 3 as well? Just, yeah, UOW, and this is why we're getting so many game 5s today. These teams are just not able to keep that killer instinct going till the final games. They're just dropping the ball. We saw so many chances where UOW were just too passive with their third man. They can't afford to do that anymore. Final game of the series.
What kind of Zoomer lingo is that? Feel like I'm at Krispy Kreme.
I have no idea. The chat is, yeah, these guys are going at it.
I don't, maybe I'm better off not knowing kids these days. I just think of wonderful, delicious breakfasty treats when I think Krispy Kreme. Either way, here we go. 42 seconds.
Donuts for breakfast?
That's an American thing. Americans like donuts for breakfast. They're kind of weird like that.
That's another word for, what Americans become being like that. Sure. Tonio, open net. McQuarrie, what happened?
They were a little over eager. I feel like Baz, nice bump. Zen wanted to commit and just was awkward. And I had no idea where Lunar is. Lunar's at Krispy Kreme, as they said in the chat. Getting some donuts, getting some coffee, waking up for game 5 perhaps. Either way, they're going to need that energy now. UOW up 1-0.
Yeah, but they can't be confident with this lead. I mean, McQuarrie have such a good offense. I don't want to see UOW go back to this passive style.
No, I don't either. They need to kind of put that hammer down. Again, it is McQuarrie looking for the reverse sweep. It is McQuarrie. Back-to-back reverse sweeps potential for tonight. if they can win this one out to defend their undefeated record. UOW obviously wants to take it away, but Lunar has a chance to equalize. Tonio gets the save.
And wastes it with a soft shot, and it's straight back to the other side. Worse than that, it's actually awkward here. And look, shoot. Passive third man. They're not getting goals like that.
No, they're not scoring, and it's doing more harm than good. That's for sure. Baz out of the post, does connect to Lunar now from underneath. There is the touch from Shu. Zen has it read. Shu again racing back, but Zen keeps that ball up high. Actually going to be looking for the next touch as well. Off the backboard, Baz underneath. Oh, it's an awkward touch because Lunar was like too far forward. Now 1v1, Tonio, Lunar. Follow up there. 2-0 lead for UOW.
Staunched him. What a 50-50 from Tonio. And they knew the game plan here straight away. Aziz stays close and gets the goal.
Yeah, my goodness, just driving that one forward. And now with a 2-0 lead. UOW in control of this one. Watch that kickoff, Lunar. Got it towards the corner, but then no follow-up immediately until Zen from the roof has Lunar underneath, and we're back within one.
Too dangerous. You can't keep this Macquarie offense out. Tonio too tricky. Zen makes him pay, and Aziz made to look slow.
Even in the replay, it looks like just Zen comes from out of nowhere on that one. From the top of the steel cage, finding the pass, getting that goal back within one. Macquarie, just like in the series, right? Go down 0-2, start bringing it back. Don't be surprised if they get an equalizing shot quite soon.
Yeah, you can see how aggressive they're playing now. Baz somehow doesn't get that in. Macquarie not equalizing yet.
Not yet. In fact, it's coming back the other way. Tonio's shot saved by Zen. Baz has to follow it up. Lunar, middle of the pitch, already pre-jumping. And still finds a connecting shot. What?
Yeah, no, these guys are in their element. I mean, they've started playing that more free-flowy style they used to, although it's his big chance, gets the goal.
With authority, might I add. That one was just driven in right there. As you can see, a beautiful setup from Tonio, but Aziz just down top crossbar and in. 3-1 lead, and again, Macquarie has work to do.
And it's a quiet in the quick chat again. Both these teams absolutely focused, or probably more likely just the fact that Macquarie are losing. Either way, it's going to be a tense end to this series.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Half a game to go, 2-goal differential, well within striking distance for the Macquarie side. In fact, they're hunting for that first one now. Lunar won't be able to get it. Shu steals it away.
Yeah, Shu sends it to the other side, although it's awkward. UOW back to a defensive style. I'm worried. Zen's looking for demos. That's how you punish. That pass is not what they were looking for, though. Macquarie maybe starting to overcommit a little bit.
Yeah, they might be getting a little bit too pressuring themselves to try and get that goal. Too much on the line, perhaps. They've got to still play it with some sense of calm and poise, but it's Macquarie, Jake. Not really known for that. They're known for pre-jumps and solo plays, and they're not working yet.
Yeah, no, and they're going to start to run out of time now. Minute and a half. 2 goals needed for Macquarie, and they're looking like they're starting to run out of steam here.
Yeah, let's see, though. All you need is one big moment, though, and they'll be right back in it, so it's tough to kind of completely write them out. Lob shot, though, will go in. 3-goal differential. Shu may have put this one away.
And here's the quick chat. Aziz can't keep quiet after that. Tragedy for Macquarie, and they have a mountain to climb now.
Yeah, they've got such a tough climb here. A minute 20. It's a long road. Will they be able to find it? As you can see, the pressure coming down right now. Baz has to go up with it. 2 defenders to beat. Has Lunar on the backboard. Got it touched past the defender, but yeah, Lunar never given the chance.
No, they're pushing players forward. They need something desperately, but UOW, they've made their defense rock solid. Nothing's getting past it right now. They don't even have any pressure on them. It's just stuck in the midfield. Macquarie are looking for these passes, but they're getting cut out.
Getting cut out, and now Aziz looking for Tonio, and that could have put it away.
That could have
but
been
the
it.
shot goes high. I still think 3 goals, 40 seconds, Jake. I think the undefeated streak is coming to its end because Macquarie can't get out of their own back third.
No, 30 seconds. The clock is just ticking down. 3 goals is a bit too much. With every second that goes down, UOW are happier and happier and getting ready to chat more after this game.
I think that's the case. Aziz puts it away, 5-1 lead. That's going to do it. It is done. UOW will defeat Macquarie. The undefeated run comes to the end after the break, and it's done so in Champions Field, negating a reverse sweep.
Okay, and we get the wait for playoffs buddy out of Zen. This is good. Luna using his ping excuse as well. The heat is it's gonna be a spicy playoff match between these two if we get it.
As Lunar has also resorted to own goaling right now, just to sort of extend things for us all, I suppose. So we'll see what happens. Oh my god, you play better on 200 from Shu. That's a... See, now that's the burn I like.
That's the burn. And Shu's been the quiet one as well. He takes his moments.
Well, there you go. That will do it. 6-1 the final game. It started with a Brazil, ended on Champions Field regardless. UOW do get that victory. GGs do come out, so... That was an interesting series, Jake. That was an interesting one. Not how I expected Macquarie to lose their undefeated streak, but it's to the team I could have seen it happening to.
I mean, they called it. Aziz said 2-0, Macquarie said 3-2, and they lost 3-2. So, I mean, they called it.
There you go. I want to see these guys, though, play that best of 7 when you know, the stakes get that little bit higher, when the ping is a little bit more stable. I think that would be a lot of fun, but we still have one series left. Normally we're finishing the stream now, but we still have one more. Newcastle finally get their chance to hit the pitch to take on Western Australia, two teams that have each already been to Champions Field 3 times. So we're going 20 for 20. I keep saying it. Stick around. Series number 4 when we return. All right, we are back and geared up to go for our final game of the night. We've 15 for 15, Jake. Have to believe it's going to go 20 for 20. But before we do that, we're going to have a chat with the winner of the team that took down the undefeated Macquarie. We have Tonio here from UOW. Tonio, congrats on that victory. How does it feel to defeat what was once undefeated?
Yeah, it feels pretty good. We knew we could do it. Yeah, and just took care of business at the end of the day. Like, light work for the boys. We're here to win, so.
Light work. So the trash talk continues to the interview, man. How did that affect you guys through the series?
Yeah, it was a bit uncalled for. Aziz was getting a lot of stick in the chat. But, you know, he showed up today, showed them who's boss. And yeah, it feels good.
I'm actually kind of curious about that one. Like, why was Aziz being targeted? Was there stuff that was happening before the match that we don't know about? Is there a history? Or is it just the fact that, like, that was 6 RLCS players in a lobby? Their words are going to be spoken.
Yeah, I think it was always going to happen. Like, me and Baz had scrims before, and we were talking about, like, in between each goal, like, oh, who's going to win tonight? But, yeah, we just showed them we're better. So that's it.
And they closed it out with some talk about not at our best, lagging, wait for the playoffs. How do you think the playoffs will go?
I think 3-0, like, it's a bit bad of us, like, to even make it go to 5 there. Like, we should have handled it in 3, really. I don't know, they're just kind of bad.
All right, one last question, because I do want to explore sort of that dumb luck connection a little bit more just between you and Baz. Like, you were mentioning Scream before. Like, does it inspire you to play that little bit extra harder when you are against a teammate and when it is sort of a teammate as your biggest rival in this event?
Yeah, it does. It does. Like, I was combing my hideout out there. Like, I was talking, like, I'm talking more in there than I do in my actual comms, like, the dumb luck. So, yeah.
Excellent stuff. Well, again, congrats on that win. Congrats on beating your teammate, and also an extended good luck, not only for the rest of AEL University, but towards dumb luck as well, and you guys in RLCS. Congratulations one last time.
Thanks, Max. Thanks, Jake.
There you have it, Tonio, right there. I would have loved to talk a lot longer with Tonio, actually. I really would, because that series was so fascinating, but look, we're already behind schedule here, about 30 minutes behind schedule, because we can't keep getting away from these Game 5s. We still have one more series to go, and the playoff implications on this one, so fun. If UWA win this, they secure themselves in the top 4 and in those playoffs.
Yeah, UWA, I mean, they deserve it. They've had some great wins, but they also had a super close series, I think you were saying with USYD a few weeks ago that we were watching. So, I mean, UWA have struggled a bit to close out series where they've come in strong favorites, and it's kind of the same situation here.
Yeah, but at that same token, I mean, in which one do we get? Do we get the UWA that struggled against USYD, or the UWA that beat UOW, right? The UWA that kind of climbed to the top. Like, it can go either way with this squad. And they're against a UON team that still has so much to prove. Only one series victory so far, but they have arguably the most popular player in this event in Bud. So
I don't think there's any argument there, Max.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. So we'll see how this one plays out. Here we go, though, kicking off our final series. The two teams with more trips to Champions Field than anyone else. If this is anything less than a Game 5, I think we go home disappointed.
No, these guys are so much fun to watch. I think this will be a great series, but Yeah, certainly going to be tough for UON. They're playing up to a UWA that's had a great tournament so far in this league play.
And straight away, I see Bud is the GOAT, first time chatter. Like, where do these people come from? Where are they found?
Bud's bringing them in.
Oh, Bud's putting in the work. That's what's happening right now. Early days in this, though, and it is UWA. You'd have to think UWA is going to be the favorite in this matchup just because of the run they have been on. They were the first team hunting for the goal, but UON, I mean, this team is no slouches, and even though we joke about Bud, joke about Storm on occasion, Abtix has been the star of the show.
Yeah, and I mean, like USYD, like UTS, like every team that isn't winning in this comp, it feels crazy that UON has only a single win on their victory because they're good and they're going to start off the scoring with a pretty awesome pinch.
Here we go right here. Bud over to Storm, finding Abtix, and they will pinch it through. Good power, and yeah, that was sick and a great way to get on the board.
Yeah, looked great from them. And yeah, they might not be the favorites, but starting out strong with the opening goal.
Today's been one of those days, though, right? Like, if I were doing my predictions today, I'm not sure I got a single one right so far. Crab gets that touch from outside and in, and no, I did pick the upset last round. I did predict that. So.
Oh, nice.
Got one right.
This has been a tough day, man. Again, the matches have just been so close.
Mm-hmm. They absolutely have. And it has been, it's fun like that, though. It's what we've wanted to see. And I mean, if you go based on like ladder positioning, yeah, it has been, I'm pretty sure, 3 upsets for 3 coming in.
Yeah, it has. Oh, what a day. Oh, what? No, I think UTS was slightly. Oh no, but USYD won, didn't they?
Yeah, but USYD got the reverse sweep. Exactly. Yeah, it's been every match so far.
What has today been? Yeah, wow. UON's got to win it now.
Yeah, on Champions Field.
4 upsets, 4 best of 5s. I mean, it's written in the sauce at this point.
Oh, that would be a heartbreak for UWA because, again, like, they are playing to secure it. They've got a tough matchup next round. 2-1 lead, though, as they do start to pull ahead. Because they have RMIT in the future, if I'm not mistaken, and that is by no means a gimme game.
No, that is not. They certainly want to guarantee themselves their top 4 standing here. And yeah, they've made a nice comeback in game 1 to make that a bit easier.
They have, but how long will it last? Kickoff goes in favor of UON. Saf gets behind it and starts to push it towards the corner. Bud there waiting, won't get that next touch. Saf across the middle of the field.
Yeah, no, straight back to defense, UON. UWA are looking solid now. Looking a lot faster, especially SCK, much more confident after that goal.
And here's the thing about the series, which I'm kind of going to be curious about. I would make an argument coming into this one. UON has been the most chaotic team we have in this competition. Like, their games are usually the ones that have us, you know, breaking down on more than one occasion. Whereas UWA has been, like, I think the best example of team play wins games, but Abtix just breaks free on their own to get a goal.
Yeah, no, UON are absolutely unpredictable, both playstyle-wise, I mean, results-wise. These guys are exciting to watch. UWA have been so fun to watch with their success, but they've had a few close series, so this could certainly swing either way.
Yeah, it certainly could. And the fun thing about UWA is you never know who's going to be the player who steps up. At the moment, though, it's Storm posted in, and that's a quick response from UON to take the lead.
Yeah, we have 5 goals in 2.5 minutes. Both these teams have come out absolutely swinging.
Yeah, that was a fantastic start. 3-2 lead now for UON. This is where they want to be. This is where they need to be. Because if they are going to pull off the upset in this series, if they are going to go to Game 5, I feel like UON needs to win the first couple games. It has to be a situation where they get out in front, because I could also see UWA taking things over if allowed. Saf, chance, shot saved.
I don't know how UON kept that one out. That was sketchy. Abtix still in a tough spot. SCK trying to push it forward, but the scramble defense is there.
Scramble defense is there and holds on for now. As we start to see, you know, pitch get crossed up a bit. There's the touch from above. SCK looking for an opportunity. Storm collecting it out of the corner.
Oh, that's not the flick Storm wanted. Actually faked out the challenger, though. Very fortunately, that was dangerous. UON gonna get a few more chances.
That they are. As you see right here, SCK tries to play it off the backboard. Crab doesn't get there in time. Big pinch the other way. Does that go in? No, it comes off the post. But Saf doesn't read it. Storm not there to punish.
Both teams missing big chances. The ball just sitting in front of either team's net. No one there to score. We stay with UON in the lead, but anything can happen in this final minute and a half.
Anything can and probably will. Here comes the touch from Bud down. Crab will collect. The Aptix tries to follow it up, puts it up high, and SCK will eventually put it back to the blue side of the field.
Yeah, clears it to the corner, pushes forward, but Storm is in control here with the dribble. Gets dunked again. These dribbles are not working for him out of defense.
No, they're all coming out that little bit awkward. Still 52 seconds. Saf throwing it back over to Crab, who will follow it up right now. Delicate touch. Bud goes up, tries to go down to a teammate. Nearly found Crab. Fortunately, they find Aptix instead. Pressure from UWA. They're trying to break this defense, but they're not able to just yet.
No, and look at Crab now off the ceiling. Gets the redirect, gets the goal. What a play from Crab.
Fantastic. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, fantastic from Crab off the ceiling. Sorry, that one got to be a bit. What a redirect right there. Tie ball game, 34 seconds left now. Look, I'm going to say this. Every time UWA has won the first game, they've won the series easily. Every time they've lost the first game, we've gone to game 5. So pressure on UON to try and put this one away.
Oh, but Crab's going to get a chance. Doesn't go for the shot, goes for the double touch. Missed opportunity there. UON staying in this.
That they are. Aptix, while keeping it in the corner. Saf is going to have to wrap around. SCK tries to find that touch. Bud sails it away from them. Now Aptix wanted to clear, doesn't quite find it. 3 seconds left. And it is going to be more likely than not in overtime unless SCK can get the spike. If they cannot, we go to golden goal.
Go to overtime. I mean, all these teams so evenly matched today. We've seen so many overtimes. It's just, yeah, we'll see who can get the opening lead in this series.
I'm surprised SCK didn't try to turn that into a strike instead into the corner. Looked like they had the angle for the dunk. Still, no one really finding the first shot yet, although Crab might have something here. Down to Saf. No, they don't connect.
Boost, though.
Yeah, they're burning boost, but what's interesting is UWA is playing tentatively. Crab's shot from out of nowhere almost worked. Now it's a backward pass to SCK. They can't connect. Saf follows it up. Doesn't get the angle.
Yeah, the power's not there either, but the pressure continues. UON can't get anything at this ball.
Oh, they just have been struggling. It feels like Crab looking for Saf, but they don't connect. And as the clock keeps tick-tocking upwards, SDK has to try to beat out Storm. Unable to on the first attempt. Saf now looks to follow it up off that backboard. No one quite there underneath.
Yeah, UON finally break out of their defensive half. Can they stay here though? They must be low on boost. Storm slows it down. Saf gets a challenge, but no, UON staying solid.
UON staying very solid right now. Through the corner we go. SCK looking. Get that touch they wanted. Storm from underneath. Actually gets caught up with Bud. Now here comes Saf. Touch. Post. Follow up in. UWA take game 1.
And the pressure, it's too much for UON. They can't handle it. They get over. They get in each other's way. They miss the ball, and Saf just makes them pay.
A really nice looking goal when they were all able to connect together in the end. UWA takes game number 1 in overtime, and this doesn't bode well for UON. As I mentioned before, UWA, you have to beat them game 1 to take them to game 5. Otherwise, they tend to sweep. So this could be a good day for Western Australia. 2 games away from securing a top 4 finish.
Well, UON looked super solid that game, but it did feel like UWA were in control if they were to step up, and they were looking better at the end of that game. They stepped up in the OT, absolutely dominated it, honestly, so UON are going to have to come out strong in game 2 to counteract that.
And I've been loving Crab's touches in particular from the sidewall, just every time, like, feeling lethal with it. 5 shots from them, 5 shots from Saf as well. So the shooting game, the offensive pressure, it all favors UWA at the end of game number 1. And we go to the map that I swear was based off of Western Australia almost for round number 2, the Oasis, as it were. Like, you get a Western Australia vibe here.
But don't you get an Uluru vibe, a Northern Territory?
Does the Northern Territory have grass?
Probably not, eh? They're all desert up there, aren't they?
I mean, WA is all desert as well, but I just remember some grassy plains back from when I lived over there, so that's the vibe I get. I don't know. Maybe it's South Australia. I think that's
either way, it's an Australian map for sure, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. I love it. I love it so much. 440 on the clock. We see Abtix try to get it into Saf. In the end, Abtix will wind up centering it. SCK is there trying to fight Crab, but they cannot connect.
Yeah, UON getting good chances early, though. You can see they're going to push this pressure and really test UWA to get out of their hub.
As Bud looks for the shot and the goal, Daddy Buddo calls it right. Bud's map, Bud's first point.
Yeah, Bud the GOAT, man. Solo play himself, too quick. No one from UWA saw that one coming.
And of course, Bud would have the Rick Astley, song. Never going to give you up goal explosion. Fair enough. We'll take that. And now Abtix with a chance to make it 2-0. Nice flick. Bud underneath doesn't get the bump.
No, and maybe an overcommit here. Definitely an overcommit here. No one home. What happened there for UON?
I mean, yeah, they just double commit on the challenge. I don't know where the third defender is. Even on the replay, they still seem to be missing. Fair enough. That's how you give up a lead. Tie ball game once again. WA starting to fight back.
That was pretty dirty from Crab. That was an absolute gold steal. So, no respect there. SCK absolutely robbed.
Aren't they the two that are in the same room? Or no, SCK is the one who's not
Saf.
in the room. It's Saf.
Yeah. But they said if they get to playoff, they're all going to be in the same room. So they better follow through with that promise.
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see, the playoff LAN party. That's how it should be done. Here comes Bud. Oh, can't get it past Saf for the goal.
Yeah, but Abtix following up, and now it's Storm's turn. UWA, they're on the back foot here.
We watch SCK now looking to drop it down to Saf. Bud doesn't get that read. Abtix racing back. Ball instead gets pushed into the corner.
Yeah, they're looking good. UWA is starting to set up the pressure now. It's all tied up in the game, though. Again, very important goal there from Bud.
Oh, this is actually going to fall in front of the net. Dangerous, dangerous play. Storm keeping him off balance. That is such a risky touch, Jake, and somehow it works out for the moment. Crab may have found Saf. No, Abtix again. Plays keep away.
Yeah, I don't know how he didn't own goal that. That was very delicate from Storm, but the pressure continues, but Storm again with the big clear.
Storm having a good performance on that defensive half right now. Exactly what UON needs still. Abtix is the one to be mindful of. Tries to center it, Bud there on the opposite side, but Saf already in position for the interception. Storm underneath, trying to get some pressure, can't get it past SCK.
No. UWA looking very solid with their defense and the breakaways. Is it another overcommit from UON? They come scrambling back. SCK almost all himself.
Yeah, nearly enough to put the lead in UWA's favor. Instead, it still is UON looking for that go-ahead goal. Abtix touch, SCK there. Time continuing to whittle down. Abtix swing and a miss, but same with Crab. Well, there's some of that chaotic gameplay I expect in the UON match.
Yeah, no, things are looking crazy here. Back and forth. SCK is going to get a chance. Slows it down. Can't get it though.
It's the hashtag Bud fakes. You're never ready for them. Never ready. As we do see Storm underneath, actually looking for Bud. Drops it down, tried to find Storm again. SCK with the interception. Saf brings it back up towards the opposite goal. Abtix gets the save.
Yeah, sends it out, and Bud gets the important follow-up there. SCK's not in position, and now it's UON's chance to get some pressure going.
See if they're going to be able to find it. Storm losing out on that challenge. Instead, it'll be Saf with that follow-through. Here comes
nice
Bud.
shot.
Saved by SCK.
Yeah, but Abtix's turn now. They're pushing forward, but UWA are also rotating really well in defense to keep this out.
Bud will race back into the corner. SCK follows it up, looking for the second touch off the backboard. Not quite there. Saf again tries to center it, but no follow-up. Like, I'm seeing the setups, I'm seeing the passes, but no one has been willing to commit for the strike until now, but it is saved.
Yeah, it's saved out. Everyone on the back foot. UON not getting a convincing clear, though. It's straight back to their side.
Yeah, it is getting a very delicate one right now as you see that ball cleared to the opposite end. Crab will collect. Storm races back forward. SCK going to try and touch it down. Abtix keeps it in the corner. Saf now going to have a look. Oh, it's a swing and a miss. Bud now racing for it. Won't get there in time. Crab instead loses out on one challenge. Abtix now going to try to play setup, but no, the defense too quick for the UWA side.
Yeah, UWA still looking rock solid in their defense. Looking like we're going to another overtime between these two teams. They're finding it difficult to separate themselves.
Yeah, they are. It is very, very interesting game. Threatening shots feel so hard to come by because Crab pulls off. Had
Big
a
miss.
chance, but now they go for the pass.
Oh, the
team
pass
doesn't work.
Oh, what an idea though. Beautiful passing coming out. The finish wasn't there, and UWA enter the overtime looking like the more threatening team.
My plan was to be at the gym by 10 o'clock today, Jake. I think we're scrapping that. I think it's going to be a tomorrow morning thing at this rate.
No, we said you still have to go.
I mean, these games just don't end. It's the same defensively. SCK through the corner, Crab there underneath. Trying to find Abtix. They do make some contact, but now Storm coming back up the other way. Abtix with a chance, strike, backboard save by Crab.
No, and the overtime is going to continue. These teams just want to be here forever. It's tight gameplay though. It's very back and forth. UWA still feel like they have the advantage though.
Yeah, it does feel like it's a matter of time before UWA might break them, but you have to remember the rule of 20 for 20, right? So like the better odds for the 20 for 20 would be a UON score. They just haven't been able to create those opportunities. They need UWA to overcommit, but the Western Australians have been so disciplined in this match.
We're almost at 3 games if you consider these overtimes, so
yeah, that's one way to look at it.
That is certainly one way to look at it. So yeah, these teams still struggling to get on the scoreboard though. Excellent defense from both sides. Demos might be what's needed.
Whoop.
Crab senses it, but super calm
One-on-one.
and now getting the dribble.
Oh,
passes
wow.
to his teammate and Storm gets the goal. We're all tied up.
There you go. They said at the start this was Bud's map, and Bud draws the pressure, gets the perfect pass, and Storm seals the deal. 2-1 victory. UON equalizes the series once more.
Dude, we're actually going to game 5, aren't we? It's actually destined.
I said at the start of the day, we're doing 20 for 20. I felt it. Felt it,
man. I mean, what a day it's been, though. And you can see even these teams, UON, UWA, 3rd versus 6th on the ladder. If any match was going to be convincing, it's this one, but yet we're tied up.
Yeah, but it's also the two teams with more trips to Champions Field than anyone else. It's the two teams that feel like they belong there. Let's go to DFH Stadium. Let's go to Game 3. A chance to push things to match point. And even though UON won that and we can meme about Champions Field, I feel like UWA, they feel more calm. They feel more in control. They feel like the stronger team, which means UON, I feel like, needs to win this game more.
They're missing that clinical touch, though. We saw it earlier from, UTL. I mean, we see it from everyone today. So many reverse sweeps and everything. Yeah, it's tough to finish the series, but we also seem to see this as well. After a tight game, low-scoring overtime, these teams just come in quick and make that adjustment. Crab super aggressive and gets the goal.
I love that pass play, that 1-2-3, though, and it's why UWA's playstyle, I think it's so fun to watch. This playoffs is really shaping up to almost look like two teams that focus more on team play versus the two teams that are maybe more individual. I don't know, Wollongong can kind of do both in my eyes, but it's kind of crazy to see which teams have been finding those successes, and UWA has been, in my eyes, the prime example of good teamwork. It gets you good results. Storm almost gets that shot.
That would have been a beautiful goal. Maybe they're going to get counterattacks. Crabs, SCK, or Crab gets a double touch, but I don't think SCK had that either way. Close chance, though.
Close chance, but unable to seal the deal.
Uh-oh.
And we see Storm try to spike it down. No, can't get that goal.
Big miss for Storm. He got that on a plate from the other team. He's going to be disappointed with himself with that one.
Yeah, he's going to be a little bit shaken by that as Storm now will clear it across the middle of the field. Storm sticking with it. Has a chance with the full boost to maybe be the follow-up, but no, Bud's touch goes awry. Saf able to collect.
Yeah, and a confident challenge from Abtix. Even gets the follow-up. That's what his team needed, although not quite. SCK sends it straight back.
Sending it back and forth, back and forth. It's just been that ebb and flow of this one. Crab had SCK underneath. SCK opts to rotate back, though. Saf wanted to be the one cheating forward. Neither connect, but Storm missing the ball as well. As things get kind of sloppy and strange, Saf follows up. That's actually nearly on target. Abtix has to push it to the corner.
Yeah, no, and they're keeping it out for now, but still UWA certainly the more dominant team in terms of pressure, but still, look, they're just missing that instinct to push up and get these goals and convert that pressure.
The Storm is trying to put it up over to Bud. Saf will be the one who touches it first, back down to SCK. Yeah, I feel like both teams are just like constantly rotating back right now. Like that's always what's happening. It's like there's one player moving forward and the rest of the team rotating back. SCK can't get it through.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. Both these teams have been so defensive. It's why we've already had 2 overtimes. Looking likely for a third if we can get an equalizer here from UON. It's low-scoring gameplay, and right now in this game, that certainly favors UWA with the lead.
Yeah, it definitely is doing so at the moment. And, I mean, you would trust UWA to control these things. Yep, here comes the pressure now. Storm doesn't get the backboard touch, but it works in their favor. Bud was able to sneak it through underneath.
Yeah, now's a counterattack possibility. SCK slams it into the ceiling by mistake, though. Bit of a missed opportunity there. This is getting really back and forth right now.
That it is. Off the backboard, Saf looking. Doesn't get the goal. SCK tries to blow up.
Overcommit.
Everyone commits. The classic 5-man dive. Fair enough. All well and good. Storm through the corner. Can't make it work in their favor.
Yeah, UWA get away with that one, but their net was wide open. And then again, back to the other side. Still back and forth.
Well, Storm has a chance. Only Saf to beat. Crab, though, able to rotate back. And, yeah, by slowing it down, second defender is able to get there. Abtix bumping Saf, who gets underneath the ball. Only Bud to beat. Yet Storm able to rotate from the side. And, again, the slow play is allowing these defenses to recover.
Yeah, no, they're playing well. Keeping it nice and defensive. Just the plan for UWA, but still, UON are certainly stepping up the pressure. They're getting more chances now.
That they are. It feels like a lot more chances going each side in this one. SCK gets behind Storm. Doesn't get the bump on Bud, though. That could have been the goal because Saf was screaming forward.
Yeah. 1 minute remaining. UON, they need this goal. Abtix doesn't have enough boost to have anything eventful happen there. They're passing, they're connecting. Bud actually almost had a chance there. Looked surprised that no one from UWA went.
Yeah, instead it's coming up the other distance. SCK's shot will go through.
It was such a low-scoring affair. That almost feels like the nail in the coffin. Just a clinical counterattack. Abtix too slow, and SCK clinical this series with his finishing.
Yeah, there's been a lot of good plays like that from SCK. Here we go. 2-0 lead right now. As the kickoff does find itself being centered. Swing and a miss from Abtix. Saf will be the one who follows it up, trying to connect with Crab. Down, not in.
Oh, Storm, that's a big dunk. UWA don't score it. But UON feels like they're just lacking the firepower to get these goals right now. They can't get past this UWA defense.
As we see both Saf and SCK diving backwards into that corner. Storm, though, follows it up. SCK lets it ride. Popped up as Bud, launches Storm. Saf capitalizes on it. 10 seconds left. That might be chance lost for UON. In fact, it is. It will be UWA match point to qualify for the top 4 and to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, high stakes for UWA right now. They memed about the game 5, but they certainly want to end this in 4. UON are keeping it close, keeping low score lines, but they're going to have to figure out a better offense to break through this brick wall that is the UWA defense.
I mean, yeah, it's tough right now. I actually think it will start from the UON defense if they're going to find a way to do it. Like, don't get me wrong, like, only allowing 2 goals, only allowing 4 shots is a pretty strong showing. But at that same token, it did feel like a majority of the game was played on their half because, like, they weren't ever able to really consistently flip the map.
Yeah, I'm very surprised they got 6 shots, honestly. It didn't feel like that. It felt like it was all UWA. Although watching the replays, UON had a few chances. They just need to definitely create more of them. They can't afford to get shut out if they need to win the next few games.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting game number 4. Again, it's the gut feeling. Like, they're still going to find a way to do it. I don't really know how. I just, you have to believe that might be the case. But, you know, it's also kind of some sense of, like, karmic irony. I don't know. I'm just making up words in that sense. That, like, we get so close to the 20 for 20 and then miss out on that last game. I could see that happening as well. 19 out of 20 would be pretty good.
Well, I'm telling you, there's already been 2 overtimes in this series. I mean,
True.
It's a long day either way, but you're still going to the gym, Max. No excuses.
Yeah, look, we're going one way or another, that's for sure. Saf off the kickoff, dunk, and in off the top crossbar.
And what a perfect start for such a defensive series. The perfect kickoff for a cheat. And Saf, clinical air dribble from him.
That was so silky smooth, and if you're hoping for that UON comeback, that's not the start you want to see. Already behind, and last time when they were behind, it was so easy for UWA, it felt like, to just control the game. Doing that, though, for a solid 5 minutes, it's a tough ask to shut out, you know, a team 2 games in a row. It's a tough ask. That's what UWA is hunting for right now.
UON, they're going to have their series life on the line here. Definitely expect them to push forward. Obviously, not yet.
Oh, no.
Need. Yeah, certainly sketchy from UWA. But yeah, no need to panic just yet for UON. Plenty of time remaining, but definitely super disappointing for them to let the first goal go in like that.
Yeah, that wasn't what they wanted to see. Storm now looking to push it back up that other way. 2 defenders racing back. Could lead to an opening. A bit of hesitation at the middle of the pitch. No one really wanting to take those risks again. And I don't want to say that's becoming a reoccurring theme, but it has happened on more than one occasion. 4 minutes still to go on the clock. Bud swinging a miss up high. Storm from underneath. Looking to center it back to Abtix. They don't get the pass.
Yeah, it's just not on target. Again, struggling to convert this pressure, and UWA, what an excellent clear-out defense.
And that's good. It should have been a goal. Saf's shot actually went high. It was open. Now the other way. No. Storm and Bud miss on the pinch.
Yeah, UWA missing a chance there, but still looking good. Their clears are just fantastic. That's a big miss. Saf is all alone. Abtix has no boost, though, and I don't think Bud realized.
Yeah, I thought Bud was going to go for a bump or a demo, but then got called to collect the pass. They just kind of stopped there. Very awkward approach. Still, though, that's a good setup from Bud. Here comes Abtix. No, Saf with the pre-jump somehow got there in time.
Oh, it's too slow. They're just giving them the time to pre-jump, the time to recover in this defense. UON need to put their foot on the gas pedal, but they're struggling. They're a defensive team. This is how they like to play.
It is how they like to hold the fort. Now Crab across the middle. No. Like that read. Bud racing back. Now it's Crab again. Looking for anything. Oh, too many defenders in the way once more. A second goal might be what puts this one out of reach. UON still looking to respond after getting shut out last game, after being put down early. That's the patch shot and goal. Bud equalizes with half a game to go.
It's the hero Bud, but I mean, this is also Abtix with a fantastic pass, but look at that difference. There's no chance anyone from UON would have been there last game. They were far too defensive. They push forward. Bud sees the opportunity and gets the important equalizer.
Look, I have to look over at the chat whenever Bud scores, and yeah, they're popping off just as you would expect, right? That UON still with a pulse, still with some fight, looking for that upset. As Abtix clears it back up there all the way off the backboard, doesn't find it. So again, we go back to the blue side of the pitch right now. Dangerous touch from Storm. Kind of passing it to themselves. Very fortunate WA wasn't there to punish.
Yeah, UWA are going to be hungry for a goal. I mean, they need it. We're all tied up. And they've missed a few opportunities this game, actually. They're going to maybe start to feel a bit frustrated by that.
We'll see. I mean, again, Jake, you can't be frustrated when you're expecting to go to Game 5. Like, again. Not to repeat a joke I made, you know, a few days ago, but, like, I bought timeshares. What a passing goal!
Oh, we're actually going to Game 5, aren't we? You
Yep.
have stepped up.
I bought season tickets at Champions Field, Jake. I bought the tickets. They're front row. I'm getting used from them, all right?
You are. That's some great value for your money, Max. What a purchase.
Just got to keep going back. Here we go, 2-1 lead. UWA, they're going to respond, or are they? Crab misses!
They needed that goal. There's not much time left in this game.
Oh, man. It is just tick-tocking away. Storm putting it back. Crab will collect. Now has to try to follow it through from underneath. Bud, no! Denies. As again, the ball winds up getting centered. Here comes Saf. So much space to work with. This goes for the strike, though, and the defense is able to rotate around. And again, the pacing on some of these shots now from both sides, just too predictable.
Yeah, UWA looking good. They're pushing forward, but they haven't been able to score either since that kickoff goal at the very start. So pressure's on. It's a good center, but no one's there. They have to be. They need a goal.
They need it. They need it now. Not yesterday. Not before. Right now. Right now is when you want it. Bud. Well, just kind of puts a lobber down there, and that gives UWA a chance to recover until Storm gets the dunk. Hesitation gives up goals. Fair enough. 3-1. Yeah, we're going to Champions Field.
I mean, bumping your teammates gives up goals as well. That is falling apart for UWA. But again, like you're saying, everyone was committed to a Game 5 from the start. Look, it's looking like we've got it.
So, if you go by trends, UWA, well, they're going to get a goal to take us back with the 32, so we're not at Champions Field yet. But if we go by trends, 3 Game 5s already today, 3 times the lower seed has won. UON, they have that chance to do it once again here, but now they've got to defend for 32 seconds, and, I mean, you saw how quickly UWA just scored.
Yeah, that was certainly a sloppy goal to let away for UWN. It's going to be a very anxious end to this game now. Already UWA pushing forward. Crab with a shot on goal, and it's in!
Oh no, UON starting to collapse under the pressure. Aptix just hesitated on that read, and Crab all over it. Tie ball game.
Storm in net as well, backwards. I mean, we've seen it so much today with series, players struggling to end the games, but I mean, this has just been poor form from UON, getting far too passive, and Crab making them pay.
Yeah, good heads-up play from Crab, but we're not done yet. Storm touch towards the net. Zap is there. Demo across the middle. But it might not matter. Aptix beat out Crab, and all of a sudden, UWA 3 goals in 30 seconds.
And all from Crab. What a turnaround from him. He doesn't want a Game 5 out of nothing. He puts his team in the lead, and suddenly UON, they have 3 seconds. They need a kickoff goal.
UWA read the script that's been having today and denied it. They were like, no, we want to go top 4. We want to go to the playoffs. Another goal for Crab. 4 in the final 35 seconds of this game sends UWA to the playoffs.
And UON, that is a tough pill to swallow. That game was in their control. What was it? 2-goal lead with 30 seconds remaining. Yeah. Far too passive. You can't rely on that kind of style. And Crab, what a play from him, stepping up to get the win.
That is the second time, I think, like since casting Rocket League, I've seen a single player score 4 goals in the final minute to kind of turn a game around. The only other player I've seen do that is Realize.
Yeah, like, Realize would be able to do that, man. He's a god.
Yeah, so like that's the second time I've seen it. Granted, that Realize game, that was something different entirely. Like this is second on that individual comeback list. It didn't top Realize, but that was still sick.
Crab stepped up, but UON gave it to him, man. UON was so passive, so backwards, and Crab the exact opposite, so fast, so clinical, and yeah, UWA confirmed their top 4 spot as well. We forgot about that. I mean, great from them, and yeah, like coming into this a bit unknown, not sure how they'd go, and they are continuing the great run they're on.
Yeah, no, it's a fantastic result for UWA. I think they still are sort of that big surprise breakout team of the event, and like congratulations to them. UON still feels like they just kind of came up that little bit short, so sad times for them, but hey, it was a pretty great day overall. We have 3 teams right now, by the way. It's just worth saying. Well, we'll talk more about the standings in the bit, actually, but like 3 teams sitting at 5-1, that's some pretty crazy stuff.
They're actually also pretty much on the exact same win-loss ratio, so that is cool.
We'll talk more about that in a bit, but before we get too into it, though, I would like to thank our sponsors once again for allowing us to host such an amazing event, starting with Predator Gaming, the gaming PC partner who provides high-end gaming-focused PC solutions in both laptop and desktop formats, powered by Intel. AOC Monitors, the gaming monitor partner who provides best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs. Indomie, the noodle partner made with high-quality flour and select ingredients and spices. A bowl of Indomie McGoring will certainly brighten up your day. Try one of the flavors available from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au. And Game on Cancer, the charity of choice for the AEL who fund much-needed cancer research projects. If you'd like to donate, please head to AEL's Tiltify campaign page.
Man, I'm just looking at those standings, Max. This is
Let's bring them up. Let's see if we can't bring them up. Let's well, that's the standings for today. Those are the results, as you can see right there. Almost the 20 for 20. We were off by one. One.
We shouldn't have been. I mean, UON had that game 4 in the bag, man. But what a play from UWA. But yeah, what a day as well. Day of upsets. UWA, the only expected result, but still UON put such a fight into that
it's
series.
the team with the most consistent play style, right? Gets the most consistent result. There are our standings, by the way, which we've been hinting at, wanting to talk about, because, Macquarie, UOW, UWA, all sitting 5-1, all, within one game on that game differential. But the big thing right now is, again, Wollongong has the tiebreaker over Macquarie because they won that. UWA beat Wollongong, and Macquarie beat UWA.
Wait, is that how is tiebreakers off head-to-head or
Well, I imagine it would be head-to-head if it's a one-on-one tiebreaker, but it's kind of like a three-way, so it is going to come down to that game differential.
Well, I'm just wondering, because if it's head-to-head, then Griffith have guaranteed top 4.
Ooh.
But if it's game, and then RMIT, if they get the tiebreaker, will almost certainly win. So that's a big deal, what type of tiebreaker it is between those two teams.
Yeah, I think I'm sure we'll get an update on that very quickly to figure out what that could be the case, because you're absolutely right. Yeah, if it is head-to-head, there's no way RMIT can get back as of that Griffith win, which would be a shocker. Because that RMIT...
Huh?
That RMIT lineup was stacked. Exodus, Sweeper, Kuma as the starters. That would be a shocker to miss out. However, we'll let production worry about that. For now, we're going to have a chat with a member from UWA who has just qualified through. We have Saf joining us this time. Welcome, Saf. Congratulations. You've qualified top 4. It's official. You're going to the playoffs.
Yeah, we're quite happy about that. I guess it's now just looking for seeding and everything. Wait, can't hear me?
I can hear.
I had you muted for some reason.
Oh.
Were you annoying me or something,
so rude. So rude.
Don't listen to me. That's all right. Happy going into playoffs now. That's happy having a solidified spot and everything now, which is good. I guess just looking for standings and whatnot. Just hoping to get that maybe number 2 spot, maybe number 1 if we can. But I don't know if it will happen next week.
Well, who's your matchup next week? Because, we just looked at the standings. You're essentially all tied for first. Surely you'd be confident to get that.
They have RMIT next.
Yeah, we got RMIT, I believe. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one.
You can 3-0 them, Saf. Come on.
Oh, well, I hope so. Yeah, but no. So if we get top 1, or number 1, that'd be really nice going into the playoffs and everything. Hopefully getting a good, decent matchup and then going grand finals.
So let's talk about that last game, though, because down 2 goals, under a minute left to go, and all of a sudden Crab just starts popping off, finding 4 goals in what was essentially the final, 35 seconds. What was going on comm-wise? What was going on through your heads, and how much was Crab popping off?
It was like 40 seconds to go, and I just said to the boys, all right, 40 seconds, we've come back from worse. Crab just starts peaking, hits a crazy shot, 1 by 1 in the top corner. We're like, all right, we can come back from this. Last few seconds, we just score another goal. And we're like, all right, this is it, GG's. But they put up a good fight in that last little game.
No, good on you. Good to stay in it. Thinking of next week, you kind of have Griffith's and RMIT's destiny in your hand depending on if you win. Obviously you want to win, but do you have any preferences of who you want to like help into the top 4 in that series?
Look, if I choose any preferences, I think I get some death threats from Kuma, but I don't think I have any preferences going into it or whatnot. So just gonna play it out and see what happens against RMIT.
Yeah, fair shot right there. And I mean, out of the top 3 teams, I should suppose. So like you, Macquarie, UOW. Let's say you wind up in the 2nd or 3rd seed. Who would you rather face between like those other 2 of like the top teams right now?
We had good standings against both of them. The MQ went to game 5 and we just lost that one by a bit, and then we did reverse sweep UOW, I believe. I think we prefer going into UOW just because we have that like, we reversed them before, we can definitely do this again. But at the same time, I think we're okay with either because we just want to show ourselves, we want to show that we're better than both of them.
And Saf, I just want to see if you're still committed. You said you'd have a LAN party for the playoffs with SCK and Crab. Is that still going to happen?
We're hoping for the best. I got Crab right here.
Oh, I don't want to hear the hope, Saf. Come on.
No, we'll try our best to get SCK out here and everything, and try and set up a desk somewhere and get his PC and whatnot. It should be a bit of a fun time. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
All right, well, hopefully we get to see that, sort of LAN environment in action again. Congratulations on your win. Congratulations on playoffs, and look forward to seeing you play next week.
Yeah, thank you. I'll see you guys around.
And that was Saf from UWA. Very happy. They got the job done. They've qualified top 4, and yeah, again, still haven't heard back from production. I want to know what that word is there.
I know, I'm so curious.
I'm so curious too, because we could have it all done. We could have Griffith as that number 4 seed, but the fact that it isn't yet, it just I'm worried. I don't know how those tiebreakers work because if it's head to head, it's done. Griffith is in.
Yeah, I think in league play it's normally goals. Production hits us with the I don't know LeMayo, so neither do we. So yeah, maybe the players do. It can be tough. You got to read the fine prints with these tiebreakers. It's actually, to be honest, players never know the rules. Players never know the rules. Half the RLCS players barely showed up on the weekend because the time changed. I remember being a player and being in this exact situation with tiebreakers. And yeah, it's only right at the last second you go, oh no, what is the tiebreaker format?
And also, it should be worth noting, usually production is not the tournament admins, where we're just as much along for the ride as everyone else. Like, the admins, they keep their rule book hidden away under a vault, and us lowly casters aren't allowed to read it at the time. So here we go. I think it's time, though, to let the admins deliberate and figure out what exactly is going on, which means we are going to be signing off here for today. Again, make sure to follow the AEL at AU Esports League to stay up to date on all AEL events, competitions, and activations. We have a lot of playoffs happening just around that corner. Again, Rocket League, we're like 2 weeks away. CSGO, I think it's about the same. So competition heating up everywhere, Jake. It's going to be exciting.
It's going to be awesome, man. I'm excited. I mean, what a close tournament, what a close league play we've had. So I'm expecting the playoffs to be the exact same.
Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you all for tuning in, and look forward to seeing you again next week, same time, same place, as we have our final round of league play.